Brandon, are you there?
Nope. No, I
Hopefully.
was thinking about certain moments, but I'd rather we talked about this. I'd rather just not. So I'm glad you would because I wanted to hear other people's opinions on this, both the Hall of
Yeah.
Fame and the one chip rule. Because I'm very open to change my mind when I hear people talk about things like I
Well,
don't
and I'm
know.
going to tell
I,
you that, I did have an opinion last summer when it was all going on. Um, but I also kind of reserved my opinion because I really wanted to think about it. Like, I wanted to look at it from all different angles. I wanted to hear other people's in about it. And honestly, in the last 6 months of thinking about it, I really feel like it was horseshit. Like it really was horseshit. And I don't want nothing to do with it. Like I'm not going to promote it. I'm not going to tell people, like on my daily show, I promoted it all the time. Before the daily show started, I promoted it. On this year, no way.
yeah,
Why would I?
I think it's very fair. You took a while to you know think about it, but yeah, you came to the same conclusion I did. It's horseshit. Like one a year. I
We
think
just
the one
need
a
to
year
do
rule is
better.
horseshit. Personally,
Yeah, we just need to do better. And
D-
honestly, I don't think it's going to be. I'm trying to get Karen up here. Karen, just request. I sent you a mic, but Twitter's crazy. Um, for me, the Hall of Fame needs to be an independent um, charity group, 401 of not a 401, a 403C or whatever, and a standalone process. Like none of the businesses involved with poker like GG or WSOP or WPT, none of them should own the Hall of Fame. It should be standalone with its own board of directors overseeing the process, and it has to be an open and honest process. And that's where I'm at. And nothing would give me greater pleasure than I would help fundraise it for it. I would help whatever they needed as far as help to make that happen. I would be 100% on board. You want me to help, you know, whatever the process is to become, have that Hall of Fame become standalone and even have maybe a storefront and have a Hall of Fame museum where poker players of the past loan out their memorabilia to go on display for all of us to go learn from and look at. Like how fun would that be to have a poker Hall of Fame museum? And go look at maybe Doyle's family gives 100 of his objects to display for 1 year. How fun would it be to go to that museum and look at that stuff and learn from that stuff? I mean, I'm in. I'll help make that happen. Just call my number and tell me what I need to do.
yeah, I'm totally on board with that. And I have a lot of problems with the Baseball Hall of Fame. A lot of problems with it. But what they do is there's no limit on players that can be elected in a year. 75% of the vote. So how about you know setting up a? I don't know if it should be poker because the way the Baseball Hall of Fame works is media. I don't really like that. But it should be like I don't know uh, players from before. I don't. Again, I'm not smart enough to think about this, but if anybody makes over a certain percentage that they come up with, they should be like, if it's five in a year, great. If it's one, great. If it's zero, okay. Like, I just don't understand the one person a year limit. It
Yeah.
doesn't make sense to me.
I
And
think,
you just
well, it's just
fuck that
really,
limit and elect this guy because he's your boy. Just, oh
well,
man.
and I think part of it is gatekeeping because I've heard Uh, now, several different Hall of Famers say that they don't want to induct too many every year because it waters the the honor down, right? So they're kind of protecting that honor for themselves to be associated with that honor. But what they don't realize is it's turning people off, because there are so many deserving people that that honor grows. It doesn't diminish the honor; it grows the honor when you give a Gelfand the honor, because we all know he's deserving. And guess what? That's not diminishing the honor, it's growing the honor. So we have to be open minded and not so selfish, for sure. But I would love for it to be a separate, on its own, a board of directors, fundraising, so that it's a charity endeavor. And then you have a board of directors, and you have somebody on that board that is in charge of the process of the Hall of Fame induction and all that. Um, and yeah, maybe even do a luncheon like the ladies do, a Hall of Fame induction luncheon. Why not do the same thing for the poker Hall of Fame? Do a luncheon and honor the greats. And guess what? That's a fundraiser now for the museum, the Poker Hall of Fame Museum. So that helps to build the coffers, so to speak, for that museum. So we have to think outside of the box. And unfortunately, the gatekeepers only want to, keep their yard clean. So anyway, Isaac, how are you, pal?
I'm good. I'm good. Just listening to you talk about Hall of Fame stuffs and stuffy stuff. You know, honestly, I think the only way to do what you're proposing is to take the control away from the current Hall of Fame, right? And that's something that can be done in this era. Is if you have like, let's just say the social media following and all of that, if somebody was big enough, they could do that. They could just say, you know what, fuck, fuck y'all. We're gonna start the Hall of Fame for the players that we believe should be in here and have been deserving, and just start naming your Hall of Fame. And you'd be surprised how fast that would change the narrative completely.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, I don't even think I don't think splintering off into a new group is the solution. And I have the same thing when it comes to women poker groups. Creating yet another group is not solving the problem of the group itself. And so for me, it's like, how can we have a solution? And of course, having the Poker Hall of Fame, I'm sorry, having the Poker Hall of Fame, yeah, owned by a company, that company would see fit to give up the reins if the price was right. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So I did reach out to somebody that has the pocketbook to do that a couple of years ago. And I'm sad to say they didn't return the email. But anyway, what if somebody that has the money, that's very involved in the poker world, came in and bought it from the owners, bought the name? You think they'd give it up? I do. And I say that on many levels. Why? The price would be right. Two, they're really not doing much with the Hall of Fame. It's sort of like it's actually a wall of 8 by 10 photos in the horseshoes. So it's not like they're trying to do a lot with it. It's sort of like they're just maintaining the process rather than running with it. So I think they would not mind giving up the reins if the price was right. So why not find somebody to make that investment and buy it off of them? And guess what? Start a museum, start a charity with the whole process. I think it's like a win win for everybody involved, but you have to find the Elon Musk of poker that would be willing to put that money out, right?
Well, right now there's some people out there that are trying to get into everyone's face real fast.
Yep.
See, Senior Tilt, for example. All of a sudden, right? He's like coming up and he's being disruptive to all that's going on. He's saying that coaching is bullshit. He's saying that, or a lot of the people who are coaching, they're coaching because they're not really making money off of poker the way they say they are. And there's people out there right now that are starting to do those type of things where maybe they want to shake some shit up. I agree with you. You already know how I feel about like the Hall of Fame. I
Yeah,
think it's shit. Honestly, to me, it's one of the biggest offenses that it's just a fucking wall of photos inside a poker room that doesn't even really have like a whole lot of fuck it. I'll just say it. It doesn't really have a lot of prestige. It's kind of an afterthought in that casino,
exactly my
you
point.
know, and
And
that's
let's
trash.
face it, unless you are an avid poker player, if you're just a poker player going to Vegas to have some fun, you walk into that poker room, you're probably thinking those are employee of the month and years on that
Yeah.
wall. Like if you don't even stop to look, you don't even realize those are the Poker Hall of Famers. I'm sorry, because it's literally a display of 8 by 10. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to the winners at all. My point is, it's an afterthought, like you said,
No, no, no.
and
You're
that's
not
why
being
I think,
disrespectful. Yeah, nah, Sherry, you're not being
and,
disrespectful at
and
all.
I well, and I appreciate that. And I really think, and that's why I think that if the price was right, they would give up the reins to it. And guess what? They could write in there that their name has to be associated with it for the rest of the life of it. You know what I'm saying? Like there could be provisions that make everybody happy,
But you know what?
but we just got to do better.
You made me think about
Sherry,
this.
the WSOP would
No, go ahead, Brandon.
sell one of their players that are participating in one of their tournaments for a liver if they got the right price. Like, of course, the WSOP is for sale.
Well,
And that's kind of how I
well,
feel
you know
about it.
what though, and here's one that gets me, y'all. All right, so Binions in Fremont was where it all started, right? But then they
Right,
build essentially a Binions by creating the horseshoe, right? Now the Hall of Fame
right,
for the WSOP poker room is in there. Okay, so WSOP owns the Hall of Fame, right?
right.
But do they own the horseshoe? No, right? That's a Caesar's property.
No, Caesars does.
But yet the quote unquote Hall of Fame poker room is in a Caesar's property, right? So that means
Yeah, and it's well, and it's there's a lot to that. And honestly, I think I think the Hall of Fame is so much bigger than it's being treated currently. And
yes.
that to and to me, I think it could be bigger and better. Like I'm not trying to dog it, I'm trying to improve it.
Yes.
And I'm trying to let people know that I'm not the only one that thinks this. Like if you're going to have this very prestigious award, then treat it like that.
Well,
And an 8 by 10 photo on a wall is, in my opinion, is not treating it like that.
right, right. I agree. I guess really what my point is this, and I kind of always felt this about Fremont Street. I feel like Fremont Street doesn't get the the accolade or like the care that it should get considering what it is, right? Like Fremont
Preach.
Street should have kind of been a slowly evolving museum of Vegas history, right? A lot of those
Right.
classic properties should kind of be treated in that fashion. To me, to go and see the room where so many of the greatest moments in the game we love happen just be an afterthought full of fucking slot machines that nobody touches, that's the tragedy. LA has this problem. LA has a very short and very ungiving a fuck kind of memory about its history, right? They demolish history every fucking day in the city, right? And I think that's the problem with the Hall of Fame, with the WSOP in that regard, is that its history is not important, right? Whoever's there now, this is why they can just give somebody a Hall of Fame. Mind you, not to take away from what Grinder did. Grinder did one of the most extraordinary things in poker that probably will ever happen, right?
100%.
But at the same time, if they would have waited until say this year and say, listen, we have candidates, but everybody unanimously voted that this year it's got to be him locked in, right? They've essentially crowned like Grinder is like the king of poker in that sense. So it kind of makes it like, what is attainable after that, right? So now you got to win the PPC fucking 6 times and fucking win the main that same year, or something to even be on that level, right? does it cheapen everybody else's induction moving forward? Kind of does, right? But my point is, I would
Well,
love to see the WSOP's Hall of Fame at Binion's in Fremont and be a museum. Like you said, why not take that
Wh-
fucking area and turn it into a museum? That shit would
What?
probably gain
well, and I
mad
Why not?
love
traction.
that idea. I love that idea, but I really don't want, I mean, this is purely my personal opinion. I really don't want the poker, if there were to be a poker Hall of Fame museum, I don't want it related to any casino unless the Poker Hall of Fame is just renting space from that casino. Like, I don't want, if it were to be in Binions, I don't want Binions to have any power about what happens with the Poker Hall of Fame Museum. Does that make
No,
sense? Other
no.
Yeah,
than
yeah, no, that's
It
totally
should be
logistical
a
fair.
separate
stuff.
entity.
That's
Should be a
totally fair.
separate. They
Right.
have a pinball Hall of Fame. They have a neon music, like mob music. Like they have a lot of shit there. Why not be a separate entity? Its own thing,
That's how I would prefer it.
away from casinos, and you could just go visit it. Like you visit the Pinball Hall of Fame, you visit the Mob Museum, you visit all that stuff you visit in Vegas. It's a separate thing, and
I
like
mean,
Sherry
how
said,
fun would,
the families donate stuff. Not artifacts. It sounds terrible for all like, but things from Hall of Famers to display.
right?
It's just like a regular like it should be a separate entity from any casino.
How fun would it be to go to the WSOP every summer and go to the museum? I mean, I would be, and if they rotated the displays on a yearly basis, every WSOP, so they do it from May to May. So every May, there's a new rotation of memorabilia from different players. So every WSOP, you could go to the museum to look at new displays. I'm in. Like I'm 100% in.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where it's at, downtown, strip. It doesn't matter. It just should be a separate entity from any casino.
Right. And I don't even have a problem with it being in Binions because I love that. As long as they have nothing but discussion about rental space within that or donated space. Like they have no say of how the process for not, the Hall of Fame or none of that. Like that all goes through the board.
Right.
Yo, I'm gonna sound
The
hella
Poker
ignorant
Hall of
right
Fame
here,
owns that
but
area.
who owns, or no, no, I know who owns it now. Now it's GG, and GG is Korean, right?
Right.
But who
Right.
owned it before? Who owned WSOP itself? Considering that it started at Binion's, was it ever in the Binion's family's care?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
all through the
Yeah.
heyday there, right? So who did it switch
Right.
hands to in the interim, I wonder?
No, it just went with the WSOP. Like, let me think about this. So when the WSOP went over from Binions to the Rio, it went with it. So it must have been all a package deal, right?
So
Am
whoever
I
owned
thinking about
Rio
that
at some
right?
point had bought the rights to
No, 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 no,
WSOP.
no.
Yeah, Caesars,
No.
right?
Caesars, Caesars.
Oh, so Caesars
Now,
had it and fucking
yes.
sold it to GG Poker.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
In
What a
2020,
shit
Yes. Yes.
2023
move.
or
Yes.
2024.
What a
I'm
shit
not sure
move.
which.
I remember when it happened, and at the time it made sense because of how GG Poker had put so much money, right, into everything happening around WSOP. But see that right there tells you that that's where the fuck up was, is that it went into
They,
hands that didn't
they got
care.
$500
It went
million
into
dollars
corporate
from it.
hands that just fucking used it as an asset and traded it.
$500 million they got for it.
Well, and when you look at the Durango group that now owns Caesar Properties. Oh, Isaac, that is so
Sorry.
loud. Isaac, that's so loud. We can't hear. when you look at Durango, who bought up Caesar's property, they are not big poker properties. If you looked up, and I did when they first were in negotiations to buy Caesar's, I looked up Durango. They never hosted like their Hollywood casinos that they owned, never hosted like any poker series events. So they're not poker people. Like they are not big supporters of poker. So for them to sell off the WSOP, not a surprise. As a matter of fact, I predicted it a few years ago to a friend of mine. I was like, "They're going to sell the WSOP," and she's like, "You're crazy." And then when it happened, she texted me immediately. She's like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah, they're just not a poker company. Not a poker company."
Wasn't it El Dorado, or is that the same as Durango?
Oh, El Dorado. Did I say
Well, hold
Durango?
on
Okay,
though.
Oh my
yeah,
god,
The
it's
Durango Group
okay.
is the new one, right? That's the new one that's been doing all the.
Durango is the new owner of Caesar's property.
I wonder if they're the same
Durango,
people that opened
right?
Durango in Vegas.
No, it's not Durango. It's
El Dorado?
now I've
El,
got
El
myself
Dorado. Yeah, I'm
El
pretty sure it's El
Dorado.
Dorado.
I got myself
Huh.
confused.
Huh.
El Dorado. El Dorado.
Either way, you're right.
Well, I'm going to tell you guys, and some of you may remember this story, but in 2019, no, yeah, 2019, I got in an Uber. And anybody that really knows their poker world will know who my Uber driver was, but I'm not going to say his name. But he was a former top executive with the WSOP and or Caesars or both, whatever. And he told me at that time the El Dorado Group was in talks, and I was like, "Get out of here!" He's like, "No, I'm telling you, they're going to buy up they're going to buy up Caesars and they're going to get rid of the WSOP." And I was like, "No way, dude." And he's like, "No, they're going to buy it." Now, it wasn't even public yet that Caesars was selling. And a month later, it came out. And I was like, "Oh, shit." And I had texted my friend and I was like, "Listen to what this Uber driver told me." And she was like, "No way." And I was like, "Yeah, he said they're going to sell it off." And sure enough, they did.
Well,
It was
well, that,
crazy.
that that just goes to show you, right? Like, there's no passion whatsoever there in the future of the culture of it. That's always been
It's
the
all
problem.
dollars. It's
That
always
that's
the
always been
bottom
the
line,
problem, though. I
Isaac.
feel with poker, though, because people
It's
now
always
love
the
it.
bottom line.
People now love it.
Yeah, they got
We're
500.
passionate
They got
about it.
$500 million. Of course, they sell it off.
Right. We're passionate about it because we love to play it. They're passionate about it because they're making money. There is a difference. They're looking at the bottom lines. We're just looking at how it affects our poker.
In a way, yeah. In a way, I wouldn't be surprised if it ends up back at Rio or something when they're done renovating.
I'm going to tell you something. I would love nothing more than it to be back at the Rio. It is just so much easier when it's at the Rio. I'm just sorry. It just is.
Dude, they should rent out bikes or something at the Horseshoe when it's WSOP time.
Oh, I got the hiccup. Sorry. What do you think, Karen?
About the venue and where it should be?
Or the Hall of Fame and museum or any of the stuff we talked about?
So I definitely wish that there was a standalone place to host the Hall of Fame and with more memorabilia and people could visit. I like the idea of being able to visit and buy maybe buy some merch. So definitely, I just think it would give it more, just make it classier and more important. The venues I don't have like where don't have a lot of experience. It's funny because when it was still at the Rio, that's right when I had just played like a couple of cash games, and Ben and I were in Vegas. Um, and we went over there, and I think this might have been during COVID. Yeah, this was during COVID. And man, and it was just that huge room. I remember we walked in and I played cash game in there at the front. They had the cash games at the front of the room. But I just remember that sound of the chips.
Yeah.
I looked at Ben because I'm very sound sensitive. Is there anything that can be done about these chips? Which is a dumb,
You did
it's a
not
dumb
say
question, but I
that.
was shocked. I was shocked at how noisy it was.
Isn't it amazing that when you walk into those rooms, and at the Rio, it was more so than and at the Horseshoe because the ceilings, it's just different sound wise. And when you would walk into those rooms at the Rio, those ballrooms, there was a muffled, like over overall ambiance because the lighting was dim way up high in the ceiling, but they had these lights that hovered over each table. And it was sort of like a muffled sound, but yet the chips, people, fanning their chips and playing with their chips was such a distinctive sound when you would walk in the room. It was almost startling, wasn't it, Karen?
It was very startling, especially to a new player. And just the acoustics in that room just made it. I mean, I've never experienced those chip sounds unlike the Rio. So I did play at the Rio, but I just played cash game up front. I was brand new. I'd maybe played once or twice cash game. But yeah, I mean, I've been fine with it being at the Horseshoe in Paris, but I don't have strong opinions about it, I guess.
I feel that. I feel that actually. I remember the first time I ever saw the WSOP was at the Rio. Uh, Fucking year I got married, we were honeymooning in Vegas, and we were staying at the Gold Coast, I think, for like 2 nights. We stayed at like 10 different
Right.
properties, right, for like 2 nights a piece to like get around the strip and have an excuse to like try different shit. And I'll never forget the big ass line of people registering inside the casino. And then what I used to love about Rio is when they would have that like kind of Mardi Gras parade where all the heads from the ceiling were like moving, right? And it had this whole thing. It
Yep.
was really dope. I think all of that kind of like fitted in with the vibe of poker at that time, right? Now the
Yeah. I
horseshoe
just,
in Paris isn't bad. Like honestly, I think it was a good idea to put it in the center of the strip and do all of that. But there are a bunch of things that just seem like half-assed in the process of that, right? So who knows?
right.
Who knows? We can only hope for something better. Once they finish renovating the other Bally's Tower that isn't open yet, then they'll make their plans known, I'm sure. At that point, if they're going to get rid of it, that's probably when they would, if they end up rebranding it away from being the horseshoe or something like that, right? But we'll see.
I don't see them rebranding that one. I think that one's going to be set in stone for a
Be good if
long
it
time.
is, right? And hopefully poker stays there. But just, certain things would be dope if they improve them. They have the space. That outdoor area where Giordano's is, imagine if they had a WSOP museum there, like you were talking about. It'd be fucking amazing.
It would be
You know?
amazing. I'm just going to tell you, I just love the whole idea of making the Hall of Fame the prestige, what, not only honor, but the whole thing, like a museum to pay homage to these players and their plight in the poker, world. And I don't know, I just think it could be so much bigger, and nobody's ever just taken the bull by the horn to take that on. And I wish somebody would, and I certainly would help 1,000%. Kevin Mathers, if you could come up and chat, we would love it. Just request a microphone in the bottom left because that is
And yo,
the
you
easiest
just made
way
me
to
think
get
about
you
that
up
right
here,
now
buddy.
too. The WSOP Hall of Fame would be dope as a traveling museum as well.
Right. And Lupe, when I interviewed her, talked about them getting a semi truck and having a mobile um, Hall of Fame museum. Honestly, I would rather it be just a stationary place in Vegas, but um, That's just my preference. But anyway, I would take anything, honestly. But again, I don't want it run by, I want it to be a nonprofit, not run by, the gatekeepers. The gatekeepers kind of ruin things. Are there any football games today or are they both tomorrow, Brandon?
Both tomorrow. I think 3. Don't hold me to this. I think it's 3 Eastern and 6:30 Eastern.
Okay.
I have to go back out and go shopping, but not for groceries. But I don't think we have bad weather till tonight. And today I'm trying to Sadie into the Venom again, and then I got to go shopping.
I'm trying to get myself to go to the paint store. I need to get some more ceiling paint.
To
Um,
Huff.
and I'm sorry.
To Huff.
Yeah,
That's
to Huff.
Just
ridiculous.
kidding.
I'm like, wait, what did he say?
I got to go to Target,
First of all,
but that's it.
oh,
It should be okay.
oh, I think I would do a curbside order and just pick it up. But um, I think I'll be curious to hear what it's going to be like when you go there
Well, the thing
today.
is, I just need to. It's been on my list. I've got to get my son some new school pants because it's embarrassing to wear floodwater pants, Even though he doesn't get embarrassed, I have secondhand embarrassment for him.
You're
So I'm
so
gonna go get
funny.
that, and then I want to get some dipping sauce for my veggies. And then they didn't have cabbage at my Publix, so I am going to check out Target and see if they've got cabbage. But it's probably going to be a mess because people are going out and doing errands and doing this and that because they think they may not be able to go out the rest of the weekend, which might be true.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be busy. The bread aisle will be barren today, and the milk
Yeah,
aisle, and the water
thank
aisle.
goodness we got all those things already. So I just need like 2 grocery items and those pants and some sauce, and then I'm good. But I just been putting it off and putting it off. It's ridiculous about the pants. I've got to go get him some more pants.
You're so funny.
Bad mommy.
Yeah, I got to get ceiling paint so we can finish the bathroom that we had to remodel because we had a leak.
Yeah.
Um, that's the last step is the ceiling paint. Everything else is done. So
Yeah, we had parallel lives there for a minute with our bathrooms.
at least yours was just cosmetic and having fun. Mine was a disaster with
Yes.
we still got to do the ceiling in the kitchen. We just cut a hole and took out the wet ceiling panels. And then I told them, I said, don't even repair it yet. Like, let it dry out. Like, leave the hole there so everything will dry out so we don't get molds.
Yeah, totally.
So maybe next weekend he'll do the ceiling in the kitchen. Ugh.
Sherry, did you try to shame Kevin into coming up?
Say that again?
Did you try to shame Kevin into coming up?
Oh, I just told him he should request the microphone in the bottom left corner because it's the easiest way to get him up here. But, sometimes people are just listening while they're doing other things and cannot come up
Would
yet.
love to hear his opinion. Where's Tramp?
Tramp is right there. Come on up, Tramp.
Yeah, come on, Tramp. Oh, he left. See?
See, you shamed him. He left.
I don't know. I just want to hear people's opinions on this. It's not the most important thing in the world, right? But I'd like to hear other people's opinions. That's all. Especially
Absolutely.
Kevin. I mean, a very respected opinion in the poker community.
Absolutely. Kevin knows he's always welcome, but he gave me a thumbs up, so he probably can't talk right now.
Yeah, that's fine. I was just kidding about shaming him. I'm just making a joke.
Of course. Except
All,
Tramp took it seriously.
all I do is I don't know. All I do is joke, though. You know that.
I hear you. Ryan, come tell us when's Mardi Gras parade, buddy. He may not be able to talk either. He may be working too, but Mardi Gras parade's this coming week. Yeah, my throat is acting crazy.
No, it's a couple weeks from now, isn't it?
Well, what is this? Is January. When is Fat Tuesday? I don't even know. I haven't even looked at a calendar. He's giving me a thumbs up.
February
So,
20th.
all right, Ryan. Ryan's the parade man. One of these days, Ryan.
I'm just a non-practicing Catholic, but I know I looked up when Fat Tuesday was a couple days ago.
I love it. Love it.
Probably, I don't know. I'm probably gonna go get my ashes this year for a change.
Oh, good for you. You're going to go to confession?
They don't have that kind of time.
It doesn't. Stop. Oh,
He's like, buddy, I didn't clock in for a 10-hour shift. What are we doing here?
well, you could just take a flight over to Rome and go through the holy doors because once you do, all of your sins are washed away. But they closed the holy doors a couple of weeks ago on January or December 31st.
I have thrown around the
They
idea of
only,
going to confession, actually. Funny you say that.
I love it. You should. You should find it in your heart.
Today would be the
Then
day.
you do it. I love that.
All right.
For those
Um,
that don't know, the holy doors only open once every 25 years in Rome at the Vatican. Just a side note.
people are pissed at the Pope. Boy.
What do you do now?
Oh, I don't know. We're not getting back into this. Just some stuff he said.
Okay, perfect. Okay. I have no clue, so I have no opinion. Honestly, I've been so busy. I scroll right past so much these days and just tune into what's important in my life, and the rest just is noise right now.
Yeah, just doesn't matter.
Perfect.
But a lot of people thought that he might change the rule about priests getting married, but he said absolutely not. So that's out.
That is one rule I have said for a long time needs to be changed. I
I
definitely agree that priests should be allowed to get married.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So,
But the to not make it political, let's just say the popes are getting a little bit more and more progressive, but not quite that far yet.
well, and I'm going to tell you something. I don't want the Pope or Vatican to be just willy nilly changing rules all the time. I love the fact that they take a decade or even two to make a decision. I have no problem with that.
I don't either, but priests getting married is kind of a no-brainer. I mean, maybe they won't, the alternative.
Well, and you know, it's not only just, I think, um, the right thing to do because we are all human and um but I also can look at it from the other point of view that the priests actually live in a rectory at the church, right? And so now you're going to have a wife and family live there, and the priest has to go to a hospital on the spur of the moment when somebody's dying to give their last rites. There's yeah, when you look at all of the whole picture, you kind of can see why that it isn't a good idea for a priest to get married.
So other religions, they just pay for their house off, you know, close to the church, but not in the church, right?
Yeah,
So why
but
can't we just do
in the
that?
because they're already have all that in place, right? The homes or directories are already in place. And we have to remember that when the priests sworn to celibacy, they made the choice not to get married. They're not being forced not to get married. They made the choice when they choose to become a priest to be celibate. So,
Yeah, I agree. It's just, I don't know. That's just one rule change I would like to see.
I think there's a lot to that. I really do. And
Oh,
probably stuff we don't even
it. I think it'll
know,
be
like I don't.
50 years minimum
Yeah,
if it's ever
could be.
changed.
Yeah, could be. But there's a lot to that. There's definitely a lot to that. But I will also tell you, I'm the daughter of a guy who worked for the Chicago Archdiocese that would have to go to the local hotel to pick up the priest after he was done with his girlfriend. So,
Well, at least it was a girlfriend and not a. Never mind.
well, I mean, who knows? It could have been that too from time to time with, it was different priests. So, whatever,
You understand what I'm saying?
whatever. It's none of my business. I'm just making the point that, they have girlfriends. My aunt was a girlfriend of a priest once. I mean, who are we kidding?
Yeah.
They're still human.
Yeah, it's natural human. Yes, of course. That's my point.
Yeah, no, I trust me. I'm with you. My point is there's a lot to it. Like,
Yeah,
it's not so cut and
I
dry.
don't.
Uh, uh,
I don't disagree with you. I think we agree on both points that you're making.
yeah,
It should be changed, but there's a lot to it. There,
yeah.
like they live in the rectory. I understand. Yeah, there is a lot to it. I agree.
And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's tough, right? It's
No, it's very tough because they made the choice. It's not like they were forced. Like they had this job and then they were told now you got to be celibate. They committed themselves to the Lord and took the oath of celibacy. So, they wanted to do it. So who am I now to say go ahead and get married? Like is that like going against what themselves believe in? Like who am I to tell them that? Like there's so much to that.
you know how many times I've told my girlfriend I just want to rub your back, and then you know same idea, right?
Not at all, because you never swore to celibacy.
But you want like
Not at
I
all,
know,
Brandon,
but
but good try.
like you understand what I'm saying though, right?
Good try, buddy, but no, no. You are crazy.
I mean, I'm not saying it's the same. I'm saying it's similar. That's all.
Well, I just think there's a lot of layers to that onion.
Oh, there's so many. I agree with you.
Yeah, there's no cut and dry answer to that one.
Hell no, there's not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would just like to see my church progress a little bit. That's just my opinion, and I think letting priests get married would curb a lot of the the problems people have with the Catholic Church. If I don't have to go any further, you know what I mean.
I don't think that would. I don't think it would have that effect at all. I don't.
Really? Like
Yeah, I don't.
you think they would just keep doing what they've been accused of doing?
I think no matter what, a bad person's going to do something bad no matter what, whether they're a priest, a nun, a police officer, a doctor, a teacher, a plumber, if they're a bad person, they're going to do bad
Agreed.
things.
And plenty of married folks are molesting others. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair, but I don't know. I could be wrong here. I just think if
Because they could go out and have an affair, have a boyfriend or girlfriend. We'd never know
That's
about
right.
it, right?
Yes,
yeah,
totally.
So changing the rules is never going to curtail any of that behavior. Boyfriend, girlfriend, molestation, whatever. They're breaking the rules. So they're not going by the rules.
of course they don't go by the rules. I saw at like 22 years old. I saw my priest drunk as shit at a bar one time.
I'm going to tell you, at my wedding, I think I had 5 or 6 priests, okay? Because my dad worked for the archdiocese, right? And so I'll never forget my brother-in-law Philip. And he'll still, if you ask him about the priest at my wedding, he will go off because he is Lutheran, and so he never really spent any time with priests. And priests are hilarious, and they love to drink. So I'm just going to tell you. And the one priest was, I think maybe my brother-in-law sat down to like talk. My brother-in-law is very religious. And so, and he's very curious. So I think he actually went over to speak to the one priest and ask some questions about the religion or theology or I don't even know what. So anyway, they're both sitting at a table together, and he may have actually asked him about, is it okay for you to be drinking or whatever? And the priest who had his black shirt with the white collar on, took his white collar off and handed it to my brother in law. Said, okay, now do you just look at me as another human being? Like, in other words, why are you putting me on this pedestal when I'm enjoying a drink at a wedding? Right. And if you heard my brother in law tell the story, it is hilarious.
Yeah, I agree. They should have a good time.
Right. I mean, why can't they have drinks? Where does it say that a priest can't have a few drinks at a wedding? Like, are you kidding me right now?
I don't disagree with that.
Too funny. I think of Philip because, like, weeks after the wedding, I don't know, we were playing cards or something, and he was like, "Oh my God, I didn't tell you about the priests at your wedding." I was like, "Uh-oh, what did they do now?" And he was telling me, "Could you believe he took his collar off? Like, he was so surprised." It was so funny. Oh God,
But
too
I would
funny.
guess Philip was going to ask him, maybe not, like why the Pope is divine, because that's the question I get a lot from other Christians that aren't Catholic.
I've never been asked that question.
I've been asked that
The
question
one I'm,
three or four times from other Christians.
I think the most popular question about my religion has been, why do you pray to statues? And I'm like, we don't pray to statues. The statues are there to remind us to pray. Like, there's a big difference. We don't pray to statues. The statues are there to remind us to pray, people.
Correct.
It's so funny how people have twisted that around to, oh my God, they're praying to a picture or a cross. No, we're not. We're praying to our God, and those things just remind us to do that.
Yeah, and a lot of it, y- brainwashed is maybe the wrong word, but I grew up evangelical, and I remember my mom being disapproving of the Catholic part of Christianity to the point where I didn't even. This is so dumb, but I didn't even understand that Catholics were Christians until I got in college. Okay, I thought that they were
Yep,
like some other thing, and I remember that my mom would tell me, "Well, they worship Mary." And we don't worship Mary. And, it's inaccurate. It's not true, but that's just people get these
right,
ideas in their head. And it's a
right.
lot easier to fact check things these days, with the internet too.
We don't worship Mary, we honor
I
Mary,
know, but
right?
I'm just saying,
I
yeah,
know
yeah,
you know
yeah.
that. I'm just saying that in
But
general. Yeah, we honor Mary. We don't worship
people
Mary.
get their concept of something in their head, and as you get older, it's harder to change that, I guess. But yeah, I grew up. I mean, it was just this awakening. I'm like, wait a minute, Catholics are Christians.
Yeah.
I'm so
As in, all the religions were born out of the Catholic religion. And what people didn't agree with the Catholic religion, they said, you know what, we're going to splinter off and we're going to take the best of this religion and we're going to add some other things that we think are great. And now we're Lutherans, right?
I'm really surprised she didn't have a problem with the Pope.
Who?
Karen's mom,
I mean,
like
I
when
don't
she said
remember
that.
that. I just remember she made the comment about Mary, but it's all good. She's a good woman. She just wasn't
Of
always right
course.
about everything.
Right. Right. It's easier now because we have the internet, right? Back then it was just word of mouth. So
Right.
people said something, you took it, oh, Johnny's told me that. Okay, must be true because Johnny told me it.
Yeah.
I'm I'm a part of the world's biggest religion, non-practicing Catholics.
Well, Brandon, I have a thing that I believe in, and that is um, how you live your life every day is whether or not you're practicing your religion. Are you treating people kindly? Are you, you know, staying away from the 10 commandments, as in not committing any offenses against the 10 commandments? Like, how do you live your life every day? That's what makes you a good Christian or Jew or whatever your religion is. It's how you're living your life every day. It's not about going to church on Sunday.
I feel like I'm a very moral person.
There you go.
So I don't know. We I won't get into it, but I think you know why I kind of shied away from the Catholic Church,
I do. I
and
do.
just it would take a lot for me to go back.
Well, and remember, you can't hold a religion or anything hostage for what a few did, right? Because they're not, what a few did are not the reflection of the whole body of people. Like when people say, oh my God, all police officers are horrible, they beat everybody every time that's not true. You have a small fraction that have been caught doing that and hopefully have been dealt with. And if they're still on a force somewhere, hopefully their partners will make sure they're, get fired or be held accountable. But we can't hold all the police officers hostage to that train of thought because of a few bad apples. Same thing. You can't hold the whole religion hostage or even enjoy going to church and being part of that community because of what a few said or did.
And that's why I'm now considering going back because it's been long enough. Hopefully that shit's done with, and I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. We'll see.
Well, and
But
you've got to do whatever is on your heart, and only you know that. So
and by the way,
do
Sherry, I
you.
agree with you. I fucking hate cops, but I totally agree with what you said. They're not all bad.
Yeah, the majority are not bad. Are there some bad apples? Fuck yeah, there are. Of course there are. Are there some bad apple priests? Yep. Bad apple preachers? Yep. Bad apple teachers? Yep. You can say that about every profession in the world, even parents. Are there bad parents? Bad moms? Yep. Bad dads? Yep. Are there bad kids? Yep. I mean, the answer is yes to everything, but that's not the majority. The majority of moms are great. The majority of dads are great. The majority of police officers, great. Majority of teachers, great. But somehow we get targeting those 2 or 3% and think it's the whole lot of them, and it's not fair.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm on my soapbox today, aren't I?
No, that's good.
I'm on my soapbox today. Oh, God. We're waiting for Snowmageddon to get here in Atlanta.
People having opinions is good, contrary to popular belief.
Well, opinions are a dime a dozen, and I have at least 3 dozen.
So you have 360. Hell yeah, rich.
Rich bitch.
No, I'm.
Oh,
I don't know. I'm having this problem with like I have a group text with my friends, and again, not. I'm sorry to get into this again, but a lot of them are Trump guys, right? So I'll talk about politics, and they just said, one of the guys just said, you know what? No more politics talking here. I, why can't you have an adult conversation as adult men? I don't understand why. it doesn't make sense, right?
Did you say it was a group chat?
Yeah, with me and like 8 of my friends that I went to high
Okay.
school with from home.
So what I'm going to say to you is a talk about politics should be in person. When it's in the written word, it never comes out right, and people misinterpret a word or two, and then it's on like Donkey Kong. So if you want a civil conversation about politics, make it face to face with a person. That's the best advice I can give you.
But when I was home, uh, right after Christmas, I hung out with one of my friends. He said, "I'm not going to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it."
Well,
Well,
and that's his
it's just
prerogative,
like I know it is, but yeah, sure, you know what I'm saying. Like it's two adults having a conversation. We should be able to not fight about it, not get mad at each other. Like me and you, we don't agree. We have conversations
right?
where we disagree, but at the end of the day, like I still like you and you still like me. I hope, but you know what I mean. We can have an adult
Right?
conversation and just okay, we disagree. Here's my point. Here's my point. Here's my point. Here's my point. Okay, conversation over. I hope you have a great day. You know, like that's the way I think it should be.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we're past those times. Years ago, we could, but nowadays, no. People are just too hot and I think a lot of the blame for that is clickbaiting. And so people are using clickbait to have what they think are political conversations. And they really can't, once you start having a deeper conversation, they can't keep up. And then they get frustrated and mad, and then they start calling names. And so then there's no longer an adult conversation.
That's exactly what happened to me the last time I talked to one of my friends about something. I won't get into it, but something. And he said, "Well, you're a F word." Okay, cool. Sure, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
You know how I am.
So
Like I just wish I could have an adult conversation with people, but I guess you can't.
but you also have to take a little responsibility in the fact that you like to throw out some of those buzzwords and clickbait lines. And so
I,
you kind of get the conversation off on the wrong foot with that kind of rhetoric.
well, I just I peddle in facts. I don't I don't know what
Sometimes it's clickbait. Those are not facts.
I'm not. We're not starting this again. Never mind.
Isaac, welcome back.
Yeah, X was tripping for a second, so I closed X for a bit. But I'm over here cooking some asparagus risotto real quick, so figure
That
like
sounds horrible, but I'm glad you enjoy it.
Asparagus risotto at 8:39 a.m. Dude, fuck yes.
yeah, making my wife's lunch.
Oh, so sweet.
Oh my god, that's awesome, dude.
That's awesome. It sounds horrible, but I'm sure she loves it.
Oh, you don't like risotto, Sherry?
You don't like
I don't
asparagus?
like either one of those things.
You don't like asparagus?
Risotto is
What?
just like a
No,
rice, right? Like a
Hold
rice
up, hold up,
stew.
hold up, hold up, hold up. Okay, so you've never had bacon wrapped asparagus?
no, dude. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Interesting, interesting. What other
Is
vegetables are off the menu so I
is it
could know
because it
for the
makes your pee
future?
smell bad, Sherry? Is that why?
No, that just tastes gross. Brussels sprouts. And I tried so hard to like Brussels sprouts. I tried them a million different ways.
When my
Still
dad
don't
made
like
them as
them.
a kid, when my dad made them for me as a kid, I wanted to fight my dad. But like um, now, older, I found a few ways to enjoy Brussels sprouts. But that's because I like cabbage though, and they're little.
I love cabbage.
But
And to me, it tastes nothing
They're
like
just little
cabbage.
cabbages, Sherry.
you gotta have
No,
it
they're
prepared the
not.
same. You know
They're
what?
so bitter. I don't like
Oh
it.
Man,
no, no.
Showdown has the best Brussels sprouts and they're spicy. Ah,
Yep, no. I wish. I've had them grilled. I've had them baked. I've had them broiled. I've had them, you name it. I've had them breaded. I've had them not breaded. I've had them Parmesan cheese. I've had them. Yeah, no.
You never had them Asimov though.
All right. I can't say I have now.
So
You're right.
next summer we always have the B and B. I have you come over. We
All
gonna make
right.
something.
But you're not going to be mad if
Oh
if I don't
no, of
like them,
course
right?
not. Listen,
Okay.
listen. I know the risks. Don't worry about that. I have a healthy ego.
I
I'm
don't want you
okay.
to get mad if I'm like that.
Listen, I have a healthy ego. I'll be fine. But is you?
Hey, listen, did you find my Jonathan Little book?
Oh, yo, that's another thing. Thank you for saying something. All right, I remember giving it to you, and so does Reaper,
I don't have it. I'm telling
and
you,
neither do I. So that's like bugging the shit out of me.
I don't have it.
What the hell, man? Listen, if that ended up somehow missing or something, you can have my copy.
I don't have it.
That's
I
kind of
was
that's
like,
kind of
oh, it's
crazy.
probably in the purple suitcase, from the game because I had it there for the. Yeah, no, I emptied everything. I don't have it.
Yeah, like Reaper's car. That was the one thing I went through because I didn't really take nothing. I took like actually no, that
That's
was a
so
day trip.
crazy.
So I didn't even take a backpack. So that's why we were like, kind of like, damn, what the hell? Because Reaper, I asked him, I'm like, yo, do you remember me? Because I could have sworn when we went to go grab you at Horseshoe that that was when I gave it to you, right?
Yeah, no,
But
no.
but in I almost remember um you saying something like hey, get this so I don't mix it up with the giveaways or some shit like that or something like that. So I'm like, I don't know, I don't know. But like I said, if either I or you can't find it, you can have mine.
God, I wish I could remember that. I wish I could remember it. And
Yeah,
honestly, I don't remember it. So I can't say either way, but I just know it's not in my suitcases. And I was like, okay. And look, don't worry about it. I'm just asking you because I'll get another one and autograph it for me. So don't panic over that.
yeah. It's not even about panic though. It's like I did want you to have it because when I grabbed it for you, it was exactly with that intention, right? So
Yeah, no worries. I'm not worried about it. Trust me. It's one of those things I need to check off my list to follow through thing, follow ups on.
yeah, I love that about you. You really are relentless until you do get responses for stuff.
Because I
I love
just
that.
want
I
to
love
check it
that.
off my list.
Yeah, I love that.
Honestly,
No. What I'm saying
you
is, I
weren't
love
in
that.
here when
I
I
love that
told.
because, like, with me, I'll have a list, right? And then I'm just like a dog. I'll be like, "Oh, squirrel, done." It all fell apart.
Yeah,
It all fell apart.
yeah. I'm going to tell you, I've made lists before with 50 things on it and have one item left on that list, and I will not throw it away until I figure that one item out.
That's right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Isaac, can we
Like I'm anal.
can we get a picture of the asparagus risotto in the chat?
Yeah, like you mean like in the what do you call it? In the pan of like I'm gonna put it in the container so
Either way, dude.
it won't look as cute. You know
Man,
what I mean?
it sounds so good.
Here, hold on. Let me take a picture of it first. Let me get some lighting going.
Okay, Isaac, without saying the name, the person I told you
Sorry.
that is going to be on the show next week has canceled.
Really
Yes, and hopefully rescheduling, but I won't hold my breath.
interesting. Okay. You
So I don't even know if I'm going to do an interview next week. I might just take the week off. I'll let you know. I did send a message to someone, but I'm not going to, like, it's one of those things that I've been really busy. So if I end up not doing an interview this week, I'm good.
What about
But
Karen Chess?
I did,
Karen Chess, great interview
I
right there.
did reach out.
okay?
I'm sorry. What did you say,
Brandon,
Brandon?
would you stop bringing
Karen
that
Chess
up?
interview, great interview right
No,
there.
stop bringing that up because you put Sherry on the spot. I haven't done enough in poker to warrant an interview. You need to stop bringing it up.
You're a star. What are
Brandon,
you talking about?
there are some people that I wait for the right moment to do their interviews. Right now is not Karen's moment
Okay,
yet,
sorry, Karen.
but there will be
I'll
And
one.
I agree
I'll
with
shut up.
that. Yeah, you just I know
My
you're
bad.
trying to be nice, but don't put Sherry on the spot. And I agree with Sherry. There's no reason to interview me. I haven't done anything exciting in poker, but I think I will get a moment.
You slow rolled Maurice Hawkins
She
and busted
will.
him. What do you mean?
That happens all the time to
That's
people.
fucking great.
It's a
That is one
great
of the greatest poker stories I've ever heard.
It was a great personal story, that's for sure, and it was memorable.
And for the record, I did interview her about that, Brandon, for the record.
Yeah.
Oh, is it recorded?
Yes.
Okay, I gotta go back and listen then. My bad. When I'm working, I'm not around, so
And Karen knows. She knows she'll be interviewed.
Yes, and you're the caliber and quality of the people you interview, is above where I am. That's just the way it is, and it's fine.
Sorry, Karen, you're my
Well, and
favorite.
I'm going to tell you something. You're an up and comer, and I would have no problem interviewing you tomorrow. So let's be real about that. I just want when that interview happens that it helps to catapult.
Right. Well, I appreciate that.
Something to be said about timing.
Oh my God, Isaac! Holy shit, that looks amazing.
Where's that
Appreciate that.
picture?
Appreciate that. I'll send it to you too. We
Just
don't
send
have
it.
a
Okay.
group chat, and
Just send it
for
in the
me to put it
DM.
in the
Oh my
comments.
God, that looks
Oh,
amazing.
I'm fucking tripping. Yo, you know what? I always forget that. Here. Very, very true. I forget you can do that in comments too. Okay.
Yeah,
And
comments.
post it.
Goodness gracious.
You know, risotto is one of those things that I fear greatly because I've been watching cooking shows since, and that is the one thing that people always fuck up is the risotto,
Okay.
especially like on Hell's
I can't
Kitchen.
eat that. Okay.
Risotto is such a hard thing to make. It really is.
It is. It is.
And
Okay, I'm out.
that looks very impressive, honestly. I'm not glazing you or
I'm
anything,
out.
but
I'm out.
Sherry's like
I'm
wet
out.
rice. No, wet
I'm
rice.
out.
No.
I'm out. I can't do that. For me, it's about texture. I can't.
Sherry,
I can't.
are you
I
a
put it
picky
up in the.
are you a picky eater?
I'm not a picky eater, but I'm a very basic. I'm a basic girl when it comes to eating. Like
Like
I'm
chicken
not
tenders?
very. I will try things, but texture definitely plays a role in things that I will not try. And I
Well,
don't even eat Jello, so I'm not eating what he's got up there in the in the
oh,
in the
that looks
nest.
amazing. I
So
would
so
fucking smash the whole thing.
yo, so anything gelatinous, funny like that. I'm like that too. That's why, like, Mexican folks, we're kind of taught young to eat certain things like tripe and livers and
Right.
all of that stuff. I thank God that's the one part of me that's fucking hella not Mexican because I can't fuck with any of that. I don't do none of that
Oh,
shit.
I love
Like,
tripe.
yeah, tripe, nah,
Oh,
nah, I'm good.
bleh.
I grew up having menudo when I was like fucking 2. And yeah, I've had great menudo and everything. Would I go for menudo now? Fuck no. I go for pozole because that shit has pork and hominy and it's fucking delicious, right? And I don't got to deal with
Both are
tripe
delicious though.
and foot. Like they literally be putting.
Let's change the subject. Look, if it doesn't have steak in the word, we're not saying it from this
What
point
about
You're
forward.
cabeza?
funny.
Like you don't like
You're
cabeza either?
funny. Oh no, cabeza. No,
Bleh.
listen. Actually, cabeza. My family in Texas, they do barbacoa and cabeza. Like they are
Oh,
masters at that shit out
I
there.
love cabeza and lengua too.
Yeah, lengua's good as well. First time I ever had lengua was from somebody non-Mexican. I believe she was Colombian. She was a babysitter of mine when I was a kid, and they used to make that as their dish. And that's when I learned it's very good. Like as for tacos and everything,
Lengua is
there's really
extremely
nothing.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like suadero. Suadero's another one that I fucking love, yo. Because if you don't eat pork, but you've always wanted to have carnitas, suadero is like literally the
Yeah,
equivalent.
exactly. Just like carnitas. Yes.
Yep. Yep, I love that.
You know, I have really been screwing up. Isaac, why haven't I asked you to pick up some tamales before you come to Vegas to meet me?
Oh,
What
I
am I
got
even
you. Okay,
doing?
hey, listen, you said it now.
Oh my God. Why
Yeah,
haven't I even thought about that? You could bring me some tamales
absolutely,
from
I
your
can.
local spot.
Yeah,
Isaac,
no, I'll do you one better. My boy taught me his recipe, which I love. He makes these amazing tamales because what he does is when you get
Oh,
masa, you're supposed to add some kind of fat, like lard, to it, right? Because that's what
right.
makes tamales have that
The,
that
the
and that
flavor.
and the texture isn't dry in the masa. That's the worst thing. So anyway, he
Yeah.
makes them, but he doesn't make them all the time. So I finally convinced him to give me his recipe. He did. I'll make some and I'll take some.
Oh, hell
I've been looking
yes.
for a reason
Sherry,
to make some. So I got you.
Sherry,
Oh my
I'm not
God,
trying. I'm not
yes.
trying to be racist, but I bet his local tamale spot is a Target parking lot because that's where it is for everybody.
Oh yeah, like the real good tamales. Matter of fact, listen, it's funny that he says that because this is how on point that statement is for
We
California.
used to get them from a little shack.
Yeah,
So
yeah, like right here, I got a Salvadorian tamale lady who makes Salvadorian tamales and pupusas, and they're amazing. I got a Mexican lady who makes Oaxacan tamales and northern Mexican tamales, which are two different kinds of things because southern they do banana leaves like most of South America does, and northern they do corn husks. So,
I like the
oh
corn
man,
husks.
they both are so good. Like,
Oof, Lordy. There used to be this little shack we used to get them from, these little old Mexican
amen,
ladies. Boy, we
amen,
would buy them tamales up.
amen. So you said it all right there.
Oh,
I guess I shouldn't speak for
so
Isaac,
good.
but up here in Northern California, like the best tamales come from the ladies walking around like the Target or Home Depot parking lot with their coolers.
Yep.
They're the best
Hell
fucking
yeah.
tamales you can get. I'm telling you.
I wish we had that over here. Let me tell you,
That's
I'd
someone's
be buying
grandma.
that cooler and stocking my
That's a
freezer.
fact right there. That's someone's grandma putting it down.
Hell
Exactly.
yeah.
Yep.
I don't
Isaac,
know if you share. I don't know if you ever seen like the no soliciting signs like on the internet. Like it says no soliciting, and then underneath it says
Right.
except tamale lady.
Yo, listen, that's valid. That is valid.
That's funny. Go ahead,
sorry,
Karen.
I just didn't want to interrupt. So, Isaac, I didn't know you had a Mexican heritage in your background.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't. You know, it's funny. I love that because people be telling me shit like, I've I've heard that I look Ashkenazi Jew. I've heard that I look, I look like Middle
I could
Eastern.
see that.
I've heard all of it actually in my life and times. But Mexican usually does throw people off. Isn't that funny?
Yeah. Well, also because you talk kind of like a
Till
deadhead.
he takes you to till he takes you to El Gordo, then you know for sure he's Mexican.
Oh, tacos El Gordo. Oh my God.
Were you born in Mexico or
No, no, not at all. I was born in L.A. or born in East L.A. like
okay?
the
But your
Chichinchangos.
parents are from Mexico?
Yeah. Well, my mom is from Mexico. My pops is from San Antonio,
Oh, okay.
but he's Mexican American. So
I see. Yeah, I just didn't know.
that's cool. What did you think I was before you knew? That's the question.
I did think of you as like a California guy. You seem very California-esque.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. The California part unescapable,
And
right?
she
But
doesn't mean Valley Girl esque.
hey, it's all right. You know, I'll be like,
Oh.
Isaac, can I ask a question if you don't mind?
all bro, anytime.
Did you learn Spanish first or English first?
English,
Okay.
English, English. I taught myself Spanish. Funny enough, um, walking around as a kid, being a latchkey kid, and watching novelas whenever I was at my babysitter's places because they never watched any English TV. So I'll be stuck watching, Sábado Gigante and fucking all of that shit. And the rest of the time I was watching 80s movies or A Team or fucking MacGyver, all of that shit.
I only asked because me and my girlfriend were having this conversation because she was taught Vietnamese first and then English second. And then I have a friend I worked with that grew up in Phoenix. But both his parents were Mexican immigrants,
Okay.
but because of the racism they dealt with when they spoke Spanish in public, like stop speaking this shit, go back to your like that kind of shit.
Oh, I hate that shit.
They
Yeah.
they they just said we're not teaching him Spanish, only English. So I was just curious about
My
what
my
other
mom and
people
dad's brother, my aunts and uncles were all taught English first, then Polish. They could speak both languages fluently before they were 5.
I would love to learn Polish. I hope to reach Poland one day.
Well, that's on my bucket list there, Isaac. And there's a city named Pliskota in Poland.
Has to be.
So I could be the queen of Pliskotaville
they
in
gotta
Poland and
they
not
gotta have
even know it.
gotta have pecans there, right?
And peaches.
Mm.
And peaches, yeah.
Hell yeah.
So I would love to go to that, even though it's my married name, I would love to go to that city to see like how that heritage ties into our family. because it's named after my husband's family.
That's beautiful.
So, what's your favorite? Um, damn, I just lost the words.
Polish.
Uh, the potato and cheese
Pierogi,
pierogi. Favorite pierogi.
pierogi, um, would be, that's hard. I like the potato ones, I think probably most. I don't like the cheese ones. Hello down there, Elevator Results. I'm so glad you're joining us.
I like potato, onion, and cheese. My favorite.
Yeah, I don't like the cheese. I like just the potato. And have you had potato sauerkraut ones? Oof, those are good.
No, I haven't. Sounds great though.
Yeah, those are yummy.
I love potatoes.
I
I'm Irish.
see,
I love sauerkraut.
I see you, Elevator Results. If you want to come up and speak to us, just request a microphone in that bottom left corner, buddy. My favorite sponsor, Elevator
Oh
Results. If you
yeah.
need a tailor-made workout plan, uh, just hit them up and they'll make a tailor-out workout plan to lose weight or gain weight. Elevator Results could design that plan.
Look, I got to be honest with you. I'm pretty good at gaining weight.
Me too, Brandon. Me too.
Alas, me three.
I was down to 240 like 2 years ago. Now I'm up to like 280. Not great. Not going great.
Yeah, I need to get the lead out myself. Got to get on the treadmill.
Isaac, that thing looks dude. I'm gonna have dreams about that risotto.
I appreciate that, bro. I appreciate that. I'm not I'm not by any means good at risotto yet, but sometimes it comes out all right. What I really like to make is try to make good Mexican rice because my wife makes better rice than I do in that regard. So I'm always trying to match how good she is.
Now that you can bring me to at tamales.
Okay. Okay.
I prefer the refried beans.
Oh, refried beans. I got a few methods of that because of how many different kind of Latin folks I've grown up around.
I love the refried beans that are just like spread over your plate when you go to a Mexican
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
my
like the
god, they were
straight
so
up,
fucking good, dude.
the slightly light colored. Yeah.
Yes,
Hell
and
yeah.
it's like almost like a paste. Like there's a couple bean pieces in there, but it's
Yep.
just yeah, dude, they're the best.
Yummy.
Yes.
Y'all are making me hungry.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm making myself even more hungry, and I got to make some oatmeal right now. That's the next
I
thing on
I
the menu.
can't I can't compete with rice, obviously. You know, don't have to
Nah,
say
man.
anymore.
Listen, like funny enough, one of my favorite things to do is just make some rice in the rice cooker. I just try different little things here and there, right? Like I'll fry some onion real hard and throw that in there with like some minced garlic, and then you know what's really good, man? Like makes everything good. Period. Better than bouillon. That shit is like
Yes, it is
miracle
great.
sauce, yo. It is
It's
it
yes, you're
Really?
right.
makes everything better. Honestly, honestly.
Honestly.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you haven't tried it yet, share it. Give it a shot on stuff. Like what I like it for a lot is if I'm making a soup same day, that I want it to have that flavor, like it's been cooking for a day or something like that.
Right.
I use that, and it adds so much
Nice.
flavor. It's really good. It's really good, and it's something
I'm
and
gonna
you keep it in the fridge, right? But it's basically like replacing bouillon cubes and all of that, right? Even though sometimes you're still
right,
going to use the dry for certain things, but if I'm cooking
right, right,
something
right,
or I'm trying to, add a little flavor, even I've even thrown some in like certain sauces. If you got to water them down or something a little bit, or you got to water them to make more,
right.
it works for all of that. It's really good.
Yummy. Sounds magnificent. I'm gonna make some stuffed cabbage stew this weekend. I can't wait.
Oh,
Love that
oh my
stuff.
God,
Yeah, that
stop
stuff
it.
is amazing. Have you seen the way that Asian folks do it
Oh
with the thin ribeye in between every leaf?
no, 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 no. This is a stew. It's not actually stuffed cabbage rolls.
Okay.
This is a stew that tastes. It tastes exactly like stuffed cabbage rolls, but you don't have to roll them, which takes all that
Ooh,
time. You just throw all this shit into a pot and it comes out tasting like stuffed cabbage, but it's a stew. Like it is so good, dude.
ooh. If I can get that
I'll
recipe,
send you the
I greatly
recipe.
appreciate it. Yup,
Yeah.
yup. Need that.
Oh, it's so good,
Sherry, you
dude.
can't
I
you
just
can't do this early in the morning. This should be illegal.
no, I'm sorry. It's all his fault. It's not my fault. I'm just joining what the conversation was. I just saved the recipe on my phone because I needed to order it, the ingredients. So I'm pretty sure I have a screenshot of it. Hey, welcome ASG. Well, I'm looking for this recipe. Go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, I kind of half heard what you're talking about. I actually never heard the word Isaac was saying until I. You ever see Three Kings, Isaac?
What was that? See which one?
Three Kings.
No, I haven't. What is that?
It's a movie about like a heist that like they're doing during the Iraq War. It's with Clooney and
Oh shit! I couldn't
Mark
hear you
Wahlberg
correctly. Okay, I
and
couldn't hear you. Three Kings? Fuck yeah, I've seen that.
yeah,
That's a great movie. Yup.
yeah. So I never heard the term until they go to steal the Kuwaiti bouillon, and Clooney asks, "Do you know what that is?" And Spike Jonze's character says, "Is that the stuff you put in hot water to make soup?"
That's what's up. Fuck yeah. Yup. 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 Fuck yo. You know what's crazy? That movie right there has a lot of memories attached to it. I saw that one in theaters. That was a great movie. And
Oh
funny you
yeah,
say that. Lately, I watch a lot of jewelry content, like a lot of Diamond District, 47th Street stuff on YouTube, and they're always talking about it. Gold bullion, silver bullion, copper bullion. The word bullion's been in my vocabulary a lot more in the last couple of years.
I used to work right by there.
No shit. Dope. One of my.
Yeah, I worked in the MTV building.
Oh, no kidding. Hell yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah, I never saw anybody like this. Was like way post PRL, so I think it was just offices more than studio.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's one of the places I want to visit. Every time I've been to New York, it's either like landing, I'm there for a couple hours and I'm out, or I've been to the Bronx and I've been to Queens because that's where my boy Mac lives. Um, but besides that, yeah, there's so many places in New York I want to visit. 47th Street is like
You've
top
been to the
top of
Bronx
the
and you
list.
haven't been to Times Square. That's so funny.
Yup, I hear that. I hear that. But New York is big as shit though too, right? So it's like,
When you say the Bronx, like Yankee Stadium, or like where in the Bronx?
yeah, around Yankee Stadium and then Harlem, Washington Heights.
Okay, that's still Manhattan.
So up that way. My boy lives like right by George Washington Bridge. A lot of it looks like that's like the Dominican like stronghold because everybody was fucking Dominican when I was in that area. That was pretty cool. Um, yeah, there's so much stuff though that I like wanted to visit. Like there's a couple Michelin star restaurants that are on my list that I got to get there before they don't exist. But besides that, yeah, fuck. Chicago was dope too. That's another city that blew me the fuck away.
Hell yeah.
Like,
What a great food city.
Oh my God, yes.
there's a lot of good food. Fuck yeah, and a lot of good chefs that come out from that city too.
Hell yeah.
Yep. One of my favorite Top Chef winners came out of that city, and she's very, very successful now. She has a restaurant there in Chicago, and it's also here in LA in the Arts District.
Nice. I'm looking for this recipe just for FYI's sake here. And it looks like I deleted it, but I have it in my recipe book. So let me get that
Oh,
out
no
and take a
worries.
picture for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Um,
AS,
it's
ASG, how you,
definitely
sorry, Sherry.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm going to take a picture. I'm going to be off. Wait, do we know who this Homelander is? Asking for the microphone. Anybody?
No.
All right. All right,
Oh,
Homelander. I'm going to
yeah.
give you the microphone. Be ready, people. Isaac.
I was just gonna ask ASG how he's been doing on the grid lately.
Okay, time out. Hello, Homelander. Welcome. You'll have to click on your microphone in the bottom left corner so we can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
How are you today?
I got some football to watch here later, as do we all. But the gentleman before me was mentioning New York, which I
Right.
personally have never been there. I'm going to come there at some point because the Twin Tower Memorial is there. You know,
Right.
I believe it's called Memorial Tower. And that's a bucket list item because when I served in the Navy, the towers fell when I was in, and the flag that they flew over the rubble when we were when they deployed us to Iraq, enduring freedom. My aircraft carrier, we flew that during our combat tour in response to that. The New York City Fire Department there was a ceremony where they entrusted it to us to fly, and then when we were done in 2002 February, when we came back home, we gave it back to them. So I'm sure that same flag's flying at the memorial.
Well,
So
first of all, thank you for your service. And
right.
second of all, what a fantastic story you just shared with us. So thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, I mean that's real, and so I've got like blood, sweat, and tears. I dripped into that flag, just as also as and all the people that died, during that day. That I mean, theirs are soaked in it as well. So that matters to me. Like I think it's something I got to go. I got to go see. I've got to be there.
Of
I've
course.
got to walk in that place and make my presence felt because I'm a damn sure that those people got payback. We busted our asses finding that bastard, and we didn't then, but we found him 10 years later. That
Amen. Amen. So how did you stumble across this space,
I was just,
Homelander?
I don't know. I was like I said, I'm sitting here having a drink and enjoying my day off, and just was swiping through, and I heard somebody mention New York, and I thought, you know what, let's see what he's got to say, and
Yeah, it's called the Freedom Tower.
yeah, Freedom Tower, yeah. I've actually got a photo of it in my apartment. It's a reminder of where I need to go. I got to go see that. I got to go see that place.
It is nice.
What city? Without doxing yourself as far as a direct location, what city are you in?
I'm in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, Milwaukee. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Go ahead, ASG. Were you going to ask a question, buddy?
No, I was just he wasn't sure what the name of it was. So I was just saying it was the Freedom Tower.
Right on.
Yeah, it's got it's got the tower, and now it's got the museum or whatever you want to call it.
The memorial, right? Yeah.
Okay, you guys. I put the recipe in the Jumbotron, And the one thing I would say to you is have a pretty good big like stew pot to put it in, but add a cup of rice, white rice. I just throw in a cup of um, miracle rice. Is it miracle rice? Isn't that what it's called? Anyway, I just put a cup of rice in. Sometimes I put 2 cups of rice in because to me it just makes it more yummy. So there's the recipe, people. Enjoy. You'll thank me later. And it freezes really good. So I do some individual portions and put them in the freezer. So there you go.
Is this like a stew or a?
Yes,
Okay.
stuffed cabbage stew. So if you like stuffed cabbages, like Polish stuffed cabbages, you will love that stew.
That would be perfect. ASG, don't hold this against me, but I'm gonna make some challah later because the bread here sucks in California. That would be
All
perfect for
about
my bread. Oh baby, that would. Oh man, that'd be great.
all about your voice.
Like all the challah, the rye, all the bread here sucks. It's incredible.
Because the water. You can't make good bread there without the good water from the east.
It's not the water. I won't say what it is, but I think we know. I think we know.
Behave yourself. Jesus. Oh God.
Where are you, Brandon?
San Jose.
So it's unlike I don't understand why people voluntarily eat masa, but how is it?
It's gonna be 63 degrees here today, so that's how it is. I love it here. I would never leave.
I don't blame you.
We're getting a foot of snow tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm from Baltimore, and they're getting like between 14 and 16 inches of snow. If I never see another snowflake again in my life, I'll be happy.
Yeah, it's -10 here.
Yeah, I don't like living anywhere where the temperature has little that little
In
thing in front
Minnesota,
of
there
it,
was
the negative
yeah.
sign or whatever. Yeah, I don't like that.
In Minnesota, there was warning about exploding trees.
It builds character.
You ever see
Yeah,
that? Or,
ASG, that's what we worry about here in Georgia because we get ice storms and it's very dangerous. Exploding trees are very dangerous.
Look. Everybody keeps saying that. I don't know. Has anybody actually seen it happen?
my
I
coworkers in
You can
Minnesota
go
have.
all over the weatherchannel.com. They have videos, and so does YouTube. It's crazy.
I guess the moisture inside of it, reaches a point
it
where
freezes. Yeah, that freezes and explodes.
okay, well,
It's very
right,
dangerous.
well,
Yeah,
right, it reaches a freezing point, and then it expands, and then okay,
right.
I mean, it makes sense.
Right.
It makes sense. I mean, I'm just like, I've never heard of it
Yep.
before happening, and
Yeah.
I've worked on the pipeline in North Dakota, South Dakota, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and first I've heard of it.
I just
Yeah,
left.
we have
I just
ice
left North
storms
Dakota a
here
month.
and just
Sorry,
and
Sherry.
so the ice, that's okay. The ice like coats all the tree branches and it really is beautiful. But then what happens is the weight also becomes a danger because then the trees start falling over and the branches start falling off from the weight of the ice. Ice storms bring a whole different danger to an area for sure.
Right, and like I said, in the Dakotas, there's no trees anyway, so I guess I wouldn't have seen it up there to begin
Yeah.
with.
And
I mean,
unfortunately, we have these
it's just
really
rolling plains.
Unfortunately, we have these really shallow rooted pine trees here in Georgia that just tip over when the wind blows too hard. And so when you add ice onto those trees, they fall like it's horrible.
Yeah,
Like they fall over.
right. Ponderosa pines.
No, they're not ponderosa. They're oh, Karen, do you know what they're called? They're not ponderosa though.
Because in Deadwood, that's what they're called because they fall over real easy, especially on a slope.
Well, oh, I'm sorry, I missed part of it. Which kind of?
Karen, what are the pine trees that we have here in Georgia that are they only have the green from like a third of the way up?
Oh, I don't think
What are those pine trees? I don't think they're ponderosas.
Yeah, Ponderosa
can't think of what.
obviously would be a more up north, but I'm sure they're like a variation of it.
I can't remember what they're called, but I don't think it's ponderosa. But anyway, it's okay. Hey, Brian, welcome, buddy. Software, you there, buddy? He's been gone so long, he forgets he's got to turn his microphone on.
Space about.
I haven't seen him in forever.
What's the space about, Sherry?
Oh, it's just we were all in player space and he fell asleep and nobody could get up on the panel except for the three people that were already up there. So we were like, let's just start another space. So this is after player space.
All right. Cool.
How are you, bud? How's the family? Good.
Really good.
Good.
Everybody's good.
Awesome.
We're
We're all
fun.
just waiting for the big freeze to hit us, you know.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Oh,
I was
it's
supposed to.
still freezing today. It's just the snow is tomorrow.
I was supposed to go east, and the funeral I was going to got canceled. I don't know how, but the funeral got moved from I think Virginia to Florida now next month. I don't know how that
Whose
works.
funeral?
Are they flying the
Whose
person in?
funeral? Whose funeral?
Just a friend of mine. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
His dad. Yeah. But
Sorry to hear that, buddy.
Virginia to Florida. I was stationed actually in both those places in the Navy.
Oh, wow, cool. Thank you for your service. My buddy was stationed in Florida. Well, I guess Georgia, Kings Bay, Georgia. Is that?
Well, I guess on the line, right? The state line.
Yeah, he was on the subs there and stuff.
Oh, he was a submariner. Wow, that's
yeah.
I've never even heard of Kings Bay.
Good friend of mine made a really bad decision. So I think he was 15 years in, and his crazy wife at the time talked him into not re-enlisting for the last years to get his full retirement.
That is
oh my
crazy.
God.
And if he's a submariner, he got like he's in the top. Because when I took the ASVAB, I scored a 75, which is in the top like 25%. You know, but you got to score in the top 90% to be considered for submarines because you're sitting on a nuclear reactor.
Yeah,
you know,
not very.
I mean that's not a dumb guy. You know, like
no, and you know,
at least book wise.
You know what else kills me is like I could have he at the time before this was before they had that accident. They had a thing. He's like, hey, if you want to come out when we come in. Like we come in and somehow I guess like they'd pick me up and like I'd go on the sub overnight. Like I don't know. Oh
my God, that'd be amazing.
I didn't do that. Because like
Jesus,
when am I ever gonna get that opportunity? My friend went, another friend of ours, he went and like I don't know, he got to like climb in one of the missile tubes or something. Like I was like, I don't think I'd be doing that. That would like scare the shit out of me. But they like would let these people like drive the sub and stuff.
That's insane. Yeah.
Until one of the people was on there, I think it was in Hawaii, and they were driving and they surfaced the thing right onto a boat and killed a bunch of people. So
oh my God. That's kind of like what whales do too, you know, like they'll just come up and if you're in a way, well, it's too bad. You know, like if you're in a little small sailing boat or whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, when they got a surface, they got a surface. It's just, I mean, they can't really see. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's just like when they come up, if you're in the way, it's just the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, exactly. So, well, I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm gonna bail. I gotta work on something with my wife, and We're gonna get some stuff done. Nice to see
Hey,
everybody. Have a great day.
make sure you
Good to see you, Brian.
catch some football.
Yeah.
Catch some football today, Bo.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had built some software that was like betting and stuff like that, and
Oh yeah, what do you got? What'd you?
it was funny. Like
Hey,
it wouldn't bet on anything, and then all
kick,
of a sudden it fired off like 50 bets.
kick me
I'm
some
like,
knowledge, man.
stop.
Hey, Brian, sick brag about the wife. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was
Well,
nice chatting with you, Brian. Don't be a stranger, eh?
yeah, I'll jump. Talk to you later. Bye bye.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Hoo-yah.
Bye, Brian.
Good hearing from you. I'm just kidding.
Software Brian, folks. Software
Fucking wife
Brian.
bragger.
Well, you can have one too if you just get down on that knee and ask her, you low life you.
We've already went over this.
Huh?
No.
No, I had to just
She-
call you out though.
She doesn't want it.
Well,
Never,
it's
ever,
okay.
ever.
No, she's not really interested.
And guess what? It's okay. As long as you guys are happy,
I know,
you don't need a piece of paper.
No, I know. I was just kidding with Brian.
Oh, okay.
I just like to troll. You know that.
Oh, we know. We know.
I am the troll.
We know. All right. If you like to stew, I want to hear from you if you like it.
The day I
I'm
make it,
considering
I
it.
will let you know.
I'm telling you. And it's even better the second day. That's all I'm going to tell you. But definitely add more rice.
Is it good? Is it good if you reheat it?
Hell yes, it's better the second day. And definitely put in a
soup-
cup or two of minute rice. That's what I was
All
trying to
soups are
think.
better the second day, for sure.
So good. Oh my God. Like my mouth is watering and I'm about to make it either today or tomorrow. And you have some bread to dip with it? Oh, hell yes.
I haven't been to bed yet, and you guys are just talking about all this food. Jesus.
I know. Yummy. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
So at what point does like stew become goulash afterwards, you know? Because like obviously
Is goulash with
right, because
noodles?
obviously if you reheat it so many times, it's gonna like the consistency is gonna like soften up, right? So then
Yeah.
it's basically goulash.
Well, I think goulash has noodles in it, but mine never is around that long. So I make it and
Yeah.
it's gone a day later. Either people eating it or I put up the rest for the freezer.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah, good point.
Isaac, you going to the home game or what tonight?
Nah, that was on Wednesday. Oh man, you know what? Yeah, let's have some fun with that. So, I don't think I told you
Yes.
about the second time that we went. Have I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, so I told you how all of that went, right? All right.
Yes.
So, I kind of called out the person who promotes the game on that.
Yes.
All right, and then after that, she showed me some flyer that they were mad, I guess, that we didn't give them enough action according to them, right? So,
Yes, you sent me the flyer. Yes.
right? Okay, so she sends me the flyer. She says whatever. Then I get a text.
For the folks that are listening, basically calling an Isaac a nit on the flyer. But go ahead.
Oh yeah. The flyer was that, right? Calling me a nit, right? Whatever.
Advertising for her game by calling one of her guests a nit. I'm not sure of that sales pitch, but go ahead.
But then it gets even better though, because then she hits me on a Monday after, and is like, "Hey, can I borrow $400? I'll pay you on Wednesday, the day of the
No,
game."
she did not.
Yes, she did. Yes, she did.
Hell no. She doesn't even know you like that.
No, she doesn't. But you know what I mean.
My
But here's an even funnier one. First time. That's not the first time I got that question or that type of question from her. It's one of the reasons why I don't really trust
wow.
her to begin with, right? So then she tells me that, and then she sends me some text later in the night. Oh, we got a 5-5 going on right now. We got like 3 tables going. You want to come and play? Blah 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 blah. And I don't answer her then. And then Wednesday comes and she's like, "Hello," and I'm like, I don't answer her then. So yeah, basically, it's all kinds of shady shit going on there, man. I'm like,
She's a scammer.
oh hell yeah, I already know that's how she's
She's
making
a scammer.
whatever she's doing. I know that's how she's getting it in. And I mean, hey, all respect due, whatever. Your hustle's your hustle, your thing is your thing. But I'm not gonna participate, and I'm definitely not gonna be fucking simping your weird ass like you think I am. So this just, oh my god, the comedy of folks. But yeah, so that's the most recent update regarding that. I'm good. Honestly, I'm planning some other shit. I'm trying to get me, Reap, Binky, and Exec Deck to go to fucking visit Miche because he's been going through it. So we want to. I want to.
Where does he live?
He's like in San Bernardino, Inland Empire area out here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, like got a lot of love for that dude, man. He's good people and he can't get around as much as he'd like. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we
Yeah.
should just pull up on
Yeah.
him. You know. So.
I love that idea. That would make his day.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I have a feeling that type of thing will uplift the shit out of him. So I'm like, we got to make that happen.
Yeah.
We got to make that happen.
How far is that from you?
Not that bad. It's about, depending on where it is in the Inland Empire, it can be anything from 40 to like an hour away from me. Nothing,
Oh, not bad
nah,
at
not at
all.
all. I mean, shit,
Not bad at all.
Exec Deck, technically, if I were to go towards San Diego and try to get to him, it'll take me about a little more than an hour to get to him. Binky's about 25 away. Reaper's about 25 away. So we've already done the damn thing out here. Me, Binky, and Reaper, getting together and going and playing poker. So I'm trying to like promote
Right.
that amongst all of us. I told them, I'm like, we gotta get some more time on the table together out here. I mean, we get plenty of time digitally, whatever, right? But yeah, I'm trying to
Yeah.
go play some PLO at Hollywood Park, right, and pull up on the creator of it.
Bobby.
So
Pull up on Bobby, otherwise known as Robert
mhm.
Turner, the chip burner.
Yeah, so try to get some more PLO knowledge before the summer because I'm gonna take a stab at PLO again this WSOP. I've been playing
Okay.
it a lot. I've been
All
like
right.
mostly, funny enough, in GVG right now. That's kind of been like what we play the most is we play PLO cash, right? We play all the no
Nice.
limit hold'em tournaments throughout the day. We do the 2 chip, 3 chip. Yesterday we had the 25 chip, but I noticed that in PLO people just everybody's either trying to craft their game or a couple of our players played that a lot and they're flexing it, right? Like there's a couple guys that kill it in there. And at first, I was definitely getting my ass handed to me, but now I'm kind of I'm giving back.
Right.
If we want to call it that, I'm giving back right now. So it's been fun. I enjoy the shit out of PLO, and I've been playing different variations. I've been playing Big O for a little bit, not as much though. But let's say like PLO 4, original PLO, and like PLO 6, I've been playing a lot. PLO 6 is fucking crazy,
Well,
Sharon.
good for you for trying those different games. Good for
Well,
you.
yeah, I really like card games overall. It's just the ones that like end up really, really speaking to me are the ones I'm going for. Like I thought before I wanted to give it a go at short deck. And I got it and I get
Right.
how it is and everything, but I would definitely not try to get into any major competition for it. But PLO, I had the
Right.
interest. I tried it last summer. No, summer before, I think. Yeah. Last summer or the summer before I tried it. Um, didn't get too far. So I was like, we'll come back to this. Plus, if I ever want to step in the Orleans and not get fucking murdered, I gotta know some mixed games.
Right. Right. Right.
Hey,
Right. Right.
congrats to them.
Okay.
They
Can
got
I
fucking
ask?
room of the year again.
Hey, absolutely. Congrats to them.
Yeah, like they do a hell of a job for them to. I think it's like their 7th year in a row. That's amazing.
That's very cool. All right. Let me ask a question now that that young man's gone. Did anybody else get creeper vibes? I'm sorry. It sounds
No,
terrible.
it doesn't sound terrible. A lot of dudes like that, unfortunately, that's all they're doing is they're just out here looking for people to talk to because nobody will fucking, they don't got like connections or anything like that IRL. And so,
And I have no problem with that, but I don't know. It just gave me creeper vibes. It was weird.
yeah,
Spidey sensors.
yeah. But believe me, he sounds like a couple people I've met in fucking online poker that you're just like, probably gonna stay the fuck away from you. Right?
Yeah, I honestly, I'm gonna, and this may sound terrible, but we were having such a good conversation. I almost booted him. I was like, dude, like, read the room. Like, we're having a good conversation. I almost booted him, and I did because I was like, well, he could be new to spaces. Sounds like he was maybe a little tipsy, and I'm just gonna cut him some slack and let him be.
Yeah, I've been in spaces with him before. He just has a habit of talking over everybody.
Yeah,
Well,
Usually
you could
usually
tell.
yeah,
usually drunk. Always drunk actually.
I mean, it happens with a lot of dudes who are, bigger dudes, and let's say if they served already and all of that stuff, all of those things kind of play into it. And
absolutely.
I have a few buddies that served, man, and it's a mixed bag what you're going to get when you come back. It's
Yeah,
And most of the time, a lot of the times, it's not a good bag.
yeah, like I the few people that I
PTSD
know
is
very
fucked.
closely that went and served, out of all of them, I would say two have done tremendously post serving. Like did one of them.
Right.
He got into video game like development and whatnot because video games is kind of what got him into the army. And so he got out, retired, did all that. I mean, he was in there for like 16 years, and then he retired and went and did what he did. Did you ever get to meet Janik? I don't think you did.
No.
But Janik was another guy. He's not around as much now, but a couple years ago, while he was still in the Air Force, he was very active in GVG, and he was out there. I think our first summer that we were out there. But yeah, him too. Now he's in the corporate world, and he used to bitch and complain all the time about military time and living on military schedule and everything. And now that he's in the private sector,
Right.
he's hating fucking life, right? Because the private sector don't fucking
I hear
play.
you.
Yeah, the private sector don't fucking play. It'll, you know. So yeah, him and then
Right.
another buddy of mine. He works for like Cal OSHA out here. He does Cal OSHA compliance, and he does tremendously well. Like he did the
Nice.
damn thing, but he was always a student type, right? But this dude was like full on doing all of that Tom Clancy type of shit. If I can
Right. Right. Right.
say
Right.
enough without saying too much, right? But yeah, just nuts. It's
Yeah.
nuts how much everybody else that I knew though has struggled. Everyone else. Whether it's
Yeah.
PTSD, whether
It's
it's like injuries, whether it's so it's so fucking rough. It's so rough. That's why you got to give it up to them. And it's dope that you let him stay on because who knows? Maybe he don't get that kind of love in other spaces because he might be a little too much. You said you've been in spaces with him before, Brandon?
and I'm gonna tell you,
Yeah, I have.
Uh,
Like he's always drunk when he comes to spaces,
that
and he
sucks.
kind of just rambles and talks over everybody.
That sucks.
I think it. I look. I'm not a. I don't want to talk shit, but it seems like PTSD is pretty obvious there to me.
and I agree.
Just by the
And
way he operates. You know what I mean?
I, yeah, no, I agree. And I was trying to give him as much, latitude as I could, but there were times I was like, I should just boot him. Like some people are trying to have a little bit of a conversation, like when Brian came in. And, I know he doesn't know, none of us have talked to Brian in a while, so we want to catch up. I know he doesn't know that, but at the same token, when somebody's talking to somebody else, like, stop interrupting, Greg Lark. I mean, did I say that out loud? But anyway,
Fuck, I haven't
Yeah,
heard
but
that
he's been like
in a
that in
while.
in all the spaces I've been in with him. And anytime somebody, like, if he's talking about something, like if he says, "Oh, the sky is green," and somebody says it's blue, like he wants to get in a fucking "fuck you, bro," fuck, like that kind of thing. I'm glad that didn't
Yeah.
happen tonight, but it's like that. You know what I mean? So
And I kind of felt we were teetering on that. I kind of felt at times I was like, wait, is he going to explode? Like, I kind of felt like we were teetering, because I did feel like he was drinking. I was like, uh-oh, is this going to be a drunk go nuts kind of moment here or what?
yeah, and it's just like I hate to like I follow him, so he probably came in the space because I follow him, he follows me, so probably my
That's
fault.
okay.
But it's just like
No, I don't
man,
care.
I feel
I
bad
don't care.
about like he served our country and like you know what I'm saying. Like it's tough. He's annoying, but it's
Well,
just
and I love that people can maybe find a piece of happiness by coming into space and just having the opportunity to talk to somebody because people are lonely in our world, right? And so I never want to be the person that doesn't allow people to talk or come up or whatever. And maybe my patience are a little short today because I have been on soapboxes today. But at the same token, though, like respect other people that are talking. Like some of us will talk over each other from time to time, but he clearly was just, talking over everybody.
yeah. Like anytime I do, I don't do it on purpose. But yeah, he
Right.
he just does it all the time. Like it's just that's the thing.
Well,
I didn't
it's
want
okay. I'll just
when you said, "Does anybody know this guy?" I just shut up because I didn't want I didn't want to put my
Well,
hands
and
up.
I quickly went and looked at his profile. It wasn't like a new account or anything, so I didn't have a problem bringing him up. But of course, it's just easier if somebody says, "Yeah, he's been in a space with me before." Perfect. At least I know that like it's not a troll. You know what I
Well, the
mean?
thing, like the last space I was in with, like I said, he got in the argument with the guy. Fuck you! I'll fucking kill you. So I was
Oh
like, man,
God.
I don't want to tell everybody I know this guy if he does this again. Like, I don't. Who was this guy?
Yeah.
I don't know who this guy is. I probably should have said something, but too late
Yes,
now.
you should have. That doesn't mean you're vouching for his behavior. It just lets me know that you've been in a space with him before and he's not a troll account. Like he's the actual person that's going to talk.
Yeah, that's a good point. Like he will talk. Trust me.
Yeah. And that whole saying, I'm fine with you until you do something stupid, then you're going to get the boot blocked. And guess what? Life goes on.
Yeah, but I think
I
I agree
mean,
with you. I think we were teetering on somebody saying one fault like foul word to him, and him just, I'll fucking kill you. I will find you and fucking kill you. I just didn't want to be
yeah.
involved in that.
How about I will find
Yeah.
you and just
Well, it
kick you
would have,
out the fucking space? Done. Yeah.
yeah, it would have been. And when I said Isaac, I can't remember what I said, something like Isaac, be aware. I didn't even realize you weren't a co host. So I was giving you that as a be ready to boot him. And then I looked, I was like, oh shit, Isaac's not even a co host.
Yep.
How can he boot him?
I thought you were telling me like like batten down the hatches, shit's about to get real or something, right? I was ready. But I
I was
gotta
saying that so you'd be ready on the
yeah,
eject.
like I got a soft spot for all of that shit because I got mad family that's been in the military, got mad friends that have been in that shit. It's not easy,
Well, and I think we
you
all
know.
do
You
for
know, so it's
sure.
like sometimes I'll
But
allow all of the fuckery that comes with that. You know, sometimes you do take a risk with that, but I take a risk with all kinds of other bozos in spaces. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in the Web3 shit. Web3, you get all kinds of fucking retarded ass
yep,
people coming up.
yep.
Is my first day in crypto. How do you start wallet? Or I love the please send me tokens and NFTs. Everybody, thank you. Like oh my
Yeah,
fucking god.
yeah, they're just trying to scam, right?
Yeah, like all kinds of wild retarded ass
Oh
shit.
yeah.
So
You weren't I don't think you guys were around when we used to have these there were uh two guys, but one in particular and he was always begging for money. He was from Africa, always begging for money and not Kenny Powers was trying to set him up to do like a game show with like tasks that he would have to do and then we would send him money like we would take a collection and send him
I
money.
was in that space.
Oh my Kenny Powers, I was laughing so hard. Kenny Powers was working hard to make it happen, and it was so fucking funny.
Oh shit! I was gonna say shout out one off Jeff, but he just left.
Yeah, it was funny. Not Kenny Powers was trying to make that shit happen.
Dude, he had.
Oh my God. It was like a game show. He wanted to do like a game show and have like several of them compete against each other. And then we would collect money and send it to whoever won. Oh my God. We were dying.
Yeah, and
We were freaking
NKP had
dying.
him going for like an hour about the game show thing.
Oh yeah. And he had it going for like a month long. Like he tried for like a month to get this guy to do this game show. Oh my
I
God. It
guess
was
I was just in
amazing.
one of the spaces then, and I'm
Yeah,
just
it
like, does
was
this guy not realize that he's fucking with him? Like, how does he not realize
Of
by
course
now?
he
I
doesn't
like,
fucking realize it. Of course not.
because he's like,
it
yeah,
was
dude, you
hilarious.
just answer some questions in a game show, and we'll send you some money. And he's like, okay.
It was hilarious. Oh my God, we were dying. But we couldn't, Kenny wanted three people to do it, like three of them that were begging for money. And we got two. We could never find a third person. It was so funny. Oh my God, I remember that. Seems like so long ago.
That was like 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
You know, funny enough, in poker, like online poker, we've had that happen. We had an influx, like in the last couple of years, of a bunch of folks coming into the fold from Nigeria, right? A
Oh yeah.
shit ton
Yeah.
coming from Nigeria or South Africa. And yeah, like a bunch of them came in, like, oh yeah, you know, can I have some money? Can I have some money? And funny enough, a few of them have stuck around. And I ended up finding out that the reason they do all of that is because you give them like a couple of bucks and that shit can convert and pay rent over there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, but they
whoa.
can also be scammers,
No, they
right?
are fucking. I
You
mean, at
know?
the end of the day, they are
Yeah.
scamming, right? But they figured it
Yeah.
out. Hey, let me go beg for fucking change over here because change means actual money over here. And then, yeah,
Yeah.
some of them stuck around. Now they play poker
Yeah.
seriously, right? And fucking hilarious, though, that it all started like that.
Yeah, they come and share
Oh,
their sob stories about, oh, my sister this, my brother this, my family this. Please send me money.
Yeah, they're like fucking gypsies.
and it's so funny because it's almost like a script because it's a different person, but they almost say verbatim what the last one said. Like you're like, oh my God, didn't the guy say that yesterday?
That's that call center energy. You know what I'm saying? You got to
Yes.
watch out with that. Man. That's my theory. My theory is that I believe in other countries, like motherfuckers be in a room 10 deep, everybody got a laptop or everybody's got a device, right? They're all
Yeah.
running a fucking, you know, they got some solvers up
Oh
and
yeah.
showing them like what kind of ranges to be playing and shit like that. And they probably out here set mining and doing all of that. I,
And I'm going to tell you something. We used to mess with them. Like when they would come in, whoever was in the space, we were all on board. We were like, nobody said it, but everybody would be like asking questions. Oh, really? Your brother? Oh, that's so sad. Oh, he's got a broken leg and needs help. I mean, people would just play along with it and ask questions. And of course, the DMs were flying high. And oh my God, it was hilarious, dude.
Yeah, they were all shit. Aside from that one girl from Saudi Arabia that said I was hot, she was awesome.
and obviously blind, but
Obviously, yeah, obviously, duh.
I mean, hey, it's okay. Same here. Don't worry. But
You're so funny.
but yo, no, that shit is nuts. But you got to respect it, right? Like, how the hell they figure out to get all the way over here, hop into spaces, and learn how to extract? Like,
What you know what I always say? Respect the hustle.
yeah, 100%, dude.
But if you give money to them, you're a bigger idiot than anybody I've ever met.
Hey, like I said, and I know people who have established entire fucking poker ecosystems to help them hustle their hustle.
Well, let me tell you, people in spaces are stupid enough to give grifters money in spaces, and they have collected tens of thousands of dollars, and then people complain, "Oh my God, he's a grifter." Well, no shit, because you keep sending him money, you stupid morons.
Amen. Amen.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm not sending AKP this money. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wasn't around for the shit that happened before. But it's like
Oh my God, it was so funny,
even
dude. I
even
think back on it just makes me laugh because the people in spaces would just like milk it for the content of it. Oh my God. And then after a few minutes, the person would finally realize and they would get mad and leave.
Hell yeah.
They would get so pissed off and they would cuss at us and then leave. It was so funny. Oh my God.
but even right now, there's a guy that runs spaces that is trying to grift. No names mentioned, but just saying.
Well, they haven't gone anywhere. The grifters stay because they're making money.
Yeah, and that's the thing is that you end up in a circle jerk, and then that's a wrap. You know, you don't
Yep.
grow from there. You just slowly diminish. But yeah, yo, for I will say some people were entertaining back then that I wouldn't mind listening to. Like I remember who used to keep me entertained was just because of his fucking voice was Coco. Coco was
Dude,
fucking hilarious.
he was
Listen,
hilarious.
I'm going to tell you something. Coco was funny as hell. And it's a shame that he got entangled with the people he did on this Spaces app because if he would have just been on his own and collected people to support him, he could have really had some longevity because he was funny, smart. He was quick witted. Came up with shit on the fly really fast. I mean, he was funny.
Yeah, he had like a Tony Hinchcliffe kind of accent voice, and that shit would just crack me the fuck up. Like that.
Yeah,
Hey,
he was funny.
there's one F Jeff. Shout out one F Jeff.
What's up, what up, Jeff?
That's a
I
dope
see
ass name.
Ryan too.
Well, Brian,
Yeah, I haven't heard from Ryan in a while.
you know
He's
how it
busy
goes.
getting ready
Yeah,
for Mardi
speaking.
Gras season.
Hmm.
Sherry, maybe you can't answer. I'm just assuming because I don't know, but I'm guessing he got doxxed and just dipped.
Who?
Coco.
No, no. It was more to it than that.
Yeah, I don't want to get it's. Yeah, I just wish he would have stayed around because
Oh,
I
so she's
just think he
gone?
got tired of it all, honestly.
I
I
bet.
mean, I have no big, I don't have any like big answers to that question. I just think he got tired of it all.
I thought he went into like sports betting spaces and shit like that. I noticed a lot of people that used to be in poker spaces kind of they already came from sports betting or they just went to it, right? Because
Right.
it went how it went, right? Like poker X or Twitter is all fucked up at this point, you know. So
Yeah, and I think part of that is people think they're going to get rich off of spaces and Twitter, and so they are doing stuff that ruin it, and they ruin it for themselves.
I don't think anybody ever understood what spaces really are, though. Like if you want to run um, a show format in spaces, building a following versus already having a following and just actualizing your audience are two different things. Spaces are meant to
Yep.
Yeah,
be like just community fucking hang around, fireside chats. Like they're not really meant to be these huge fucking things that people try to turn them into. And that's why when you do see
Yep.
those kind of things, like it's a machine that already existed. It's like in Web3, that's a thing, right? People run shill spaces where they do what we're doing, but they invite the fuckery. They're like, "Come tell us what you're doing," and people come in, they ridicule them, they do all of that shit. They let them talk about their projects from time to time. Some people end up paying them, behind the scenes to come in and pretend that they're just stumbling into the space and shill their projects. All of that shit. It's exhausting, you know.
yeah. I said from day one, there's no money in Twitter. Yeah,
Exactly, ASG.
yeah,
I,
me,
I
me,
Exactly. I've been preaching that too.
and I
me,
even
me and Sherry were having this conversation earlier. Honestly,
they never did anything with it. But I told Eden back before I knew anything about them, just with them trying to make money and it being semi-popular. I was like, if you want to make money with this, you gotta start a Patreon with it, or something else where you're making money that way. Like
Or
you're not gonna.
go to Twitch or YouTube or something else that
Well, even YouTube, like YouTube is combined with Patreon. Everybody who makes
Yeah,
money on
Patreon.
social, like
Yep,
it's
Patreon.
all
That's a fact.
it's all about the donations on Patreon.
Yeah, no, absolutely, because their subscription model makes it possible for
Yeah.
you to really monetize, the attention that you're generating, for sure. The best thing to do on X, if you really want to make money on X, is spend $110 and get yourself verified for a year, right, on the basic plan, and then start monetizing your account. We just did it with Green Visor Gang account, and the cool part about it,
It's hard to get those. It's hard to get those verified followers, though.
yes and no. The way you get them, really, especially like for X, is you have to hop in spaces. You have to hop in big spaces, and you have to just start following everybody and just start replying to shit that
No,
go
and I
that.
get that. But I think it's easier if you're in the NFT world or crypto world because those communities on X are so big. So for someone like me, I'm not into those things. So yeah, I go into those spaces and guess what? I have had people follow me from those spaces. And then what do? They start tagging me in a million of their tweets that mean nothing to me, are not part of my world. But because I have, how many followers I have, they're trying to gain clout off of my name by tagging me in all their bullshit.
And you can block a lot of that, and you can do all of that. But the thing is that in order to like get there, what we've noticed, right, like me and Mac and JB, because each one of us had an idea of how to do it, but it turned out it took all three of our knowledge to like really get there, right? Like you have to follow the big meme accounts that do like viral videos and stuff like that. Put on your post notifications for those, and when they post, try to be, one of the first comments up. You comment on those accounts as you build your followers, and it's possible. Like I've told you, Sherry, I want to get you more attention because you do so much cool shit that, trust me, it just takes a little bit more traction. And I know you know. I know you know. We've talked about this countless times. Like,
Right.
I really want to see it happen. That's kind of one of the reasons why I want you to be a part of the whole Web3 poker thing, because in Web3 poker, there's all kinds of fucking people that are doing other way bigger shit, right? Like Web3 poker is like an afterthought for most people because they're only there because they're in an NFT community. They're not necessarily
Right.
there
Right.
because of poker, right? So
Right.
it's a lot of that. But I've seen, what happened with GBG. It took work, right? But it took about a month of doing it. Like the impressions used to be like 20 impressions. Then next thing you know, within a few days of starting to do that shit, the impressions were shooting into the thousands. Now, like certain replies and stuff like that we're sending out are getting hundreds of thousands impressions, right? And then once you
Right.
get monetized, they pay you every 2 weeks, and you get like $30 at the bare minimum, right, in rev share, and that'll end up paying for your
Right.
blue check mark. So it can be something to at least do that and sustain that and all of that without having to come out of pocket for it. Even though it's not a lot of money, it's still dope for shit not to have to come out of pocket. But anyway,
Yeah. Because, I put a lot out of my own pocket.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. So,
So I'm going to pull up let's look at how many blue check mark people. Let's see if I can remember where to look. I have 310 verified followers.
okay. 310. So you need 1,700? I think that's
Yeah,
doable. You have 2.2. Damn, that's crazy. That tells you. And you know what, though? The shitty part is because a lot of those spam accounts that exist and stuff like that, all of those things, man, they all end up fucking up so much.
exactly. And I block the trolls. So um I don't have many like I'll lose a few here and there because of bots, but it's typically not more than 5 or 6.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. I'm looking at your followers right now. Okay.
Speaking of it, engagements and the grifters and whatever. You see the back and forth between Benson and Sean Ferry. What was it last week?
Oh, I
That
haven't.
was pretty good. That was funny.
Oh, wait, I did see it where Benson, I did see it. I take that back. I did see it because Benson said something. And I was laughing so hard, like he put him in a shock, excuse me, in his place for sure. I did see that.
Yeah, Ferry like took the money out and bills in a case, and Benson's
Yes.
like, just so you did all that just so that you could put it back into your account. So we had to spend all this.
Just so he could take pictures.
Yeah.
So ridiculous. Now, I'm okay if he did, in fact, tip the person $500 that he made counted out twice. I'm okay if he tipped that person $500. But if not, it's bullshit.
Anybody watch the Jungle Man fight?
You're joking right now.
We had like an hour conversation about this a little while ago.
That shit was fucked
Isaac,
up. That shit was fucked up.
I was falling in and out of sleep
Did you see the
listening. I
Ruben
was,
tweet?
and all I could think of is, oh my God, I've got to make it to see those 3 rounds of this boxing. So I kept dozing off, waking up, dozing off, waking up. It was hilarious.
Shit was brutal. But
Let's
yeah, nah,
go.
that shit was funny as fuck. It's fucked up, but funny as fuck.
Did you see Ruben's
It
tweet?
was funny. Which
I
one?
haven't. Yeah, I haven't seen nothing since.
Ruben's tweet was like, it was like movie pause. You may be wondering why I'm not in the
Yes.
56.
Yes.
That's fucked up.
Uh,
That's great.
it was funny. I really hope that Fight Club gives um Elf another fight. I think he
Okay.
deserves another a match.
I mean, I don't. Who got that ref?
Wait, who got that what?
Ref. That was the big problem.
I don't know. He was terrible.
That
I
was
mean,
like,
he was the whole reason all that
yeah.
happened.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah,
He was
you can't say
terrible.
fight again, and you got to look at both fighters and make sure they're ready to go. And this guy's just walking away like he's just doesn't know where he's at probably. And he goes, "Yeah, fight, okay," and he just punches him in the fucking head. Like that's terrible.
That looked like the first time Jungle Man has ever fought in life.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like he's been in a bar fight before. From what I saw.
I'm going
Fuck
to tell you
no.
something. I so had him win in that fight. And then when they were in the tent outside and he tried to like shadow box, I was like, and he was flat footed and not even like on the balls of his feet. He was flat footed doing it. I was like, there's no way he's winning this fight.
I mean, Jungle Man was what?
So bad.
Jungle Man been a troll and basically been in poker since he left working for McDonald's, I think, as a kid. Like, that fool has been probably in front of a screen more than he's been in, Yeah, nah.
Yeah, but he also talks about like doing different things. And so it kind of led you to believe that maybe he's even studied the martial arts in the past. And so that, yeah, Elf had the reach on him and the height on him. I'm not sure about the weight, I don't remember. But, you know, you also see that Jungle is so bulky, that, he's got, he could stand a chance for sure. But yeah, once he took off, he was bare chested and he was shadow boxed. I was like, oh hell no. Oh shit.
Nah, he got mollywopped. It was pretty sad.
Yeah, Alpha's killing him.
But that sucker punch, whatever, that was a bitch ass move. You know? But it is what it is.
Well, he was within the
Oh
rules,
yeah, yeah.
but I know you weren't in. I don't know if you were in here earlier, but to me, it just wasn't very gentlemanly like because he admitted to knowing that Jungle Man wasn't paying attention. So he seized the
Oh yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
And,
Absolutely, absolutely. And but I guess for me,
yeah.
my translation or my equivalent to ungentlemanly is bitch ass. So that's what it is. But
Well, I was being
yeah,
nice.
yeah. I mean, because I get it. I mean, shit. One of my favorite boxers was definitely one of those types, like very advantageous, and he did a couple people pretty dirty like that. Um, but yeah, it just is what it is. Poor Jungle Man. I don't know what the hell made him think. Let me step in the ring with someone who's younger than me and has more energy than me, and try to fucking fight them. But
You know what
it's
it
almost
was? He was making money somewhere on that
yeah.
deal. The gym as a promoter, hired him because of his following. They were trying to get, his followers to come support that gym. You know
I
what I
wonder how
mean?
that
So
affected the
he was
Jungleverse.
making, well, I don't know,
Yo, have you guys noticed the
but
new 2026 meta shift by the way with coaching? Where and I know who initiated this and I think they've done well enough that everybody is starting to shift, but now it's the you have to apply to be coached. Have
oh,
you not seen
brother,
this? Have you
get
not seen this?
lost.
Like this
No, I did not see
yes,
that.
this is the new thing.
Get lost. Yeah, they're trying to make it sound like it's behind a closed doors because obviously, they're not getting people to coach.
Yeah, yeah, I think AI in a lot of ways has fucked that up because if it's just about data points and range charts and shit like that, it's already there. And now a lot of these dudes who are doing the coaching, they're going next level and they're buying massive data pools, right? Off of like some of these sites. So now we know that too.
Right.
That's another thing that bothered the fuck out of me is when they said, "Yeah, we purchased this data from, one of the biggest like poker online sites." And I'm like, "Fuck, so that means that these assholes are over there making money off of me if I go pump my stack and they're selling the data?" You know? It
Pretty trashy.
that's and that also tells you though. So it's like, "Oh, okay, so then all of that shit is out there just, you know, being extra monetized."
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yep.
I think what's gonna happen for the next couple years is we're gonna see people play a lot different kind of poker. I don't think GTO is gonna be the wave as much. Yeah, I'm sure amongst the top pros, right? Because they're trying to beat each other, essentially, right? We don't play into that
But
equation
even
that
their top pros will tell you that they don't use it all the time, that they just have it as part of their arsenal,
I
right? A tool in the tool chest.
I think the better
So,
ones will say that, yeah, like Grinder, right? Grinder is obviously not that kind of guy, right?
yeah.
And I mean, look at how well he does, you know.
And I think Grinder is a prime example of people are like, why should I do all this GTO stuff? Grinder did study 1 minute of GTO and he won two of the biggest tournaments of the WSOP.
Exactly.
Like he proved the point,
Yep.
right?
That's what I mean. Because at the end of the day, they're just systems, you know. And if
Right.
everybody's playing the system and you learn how to counter that system, well, I'm sure it'll piss off all the dudes who are super card entitled. That's the one thing I hate the most about that all the GTO shit is like I get it. There's a lot of math. There's a lot of data. Of course, you got to respect it. Sure, you could learn it. You can gain some understanding from it, but it is not the end all be all. We are not machines. We do not make perfect decisions, right? So
Right
how the
on.
fuck you want to like try to take something that a perfect machine is contemplating and try to apply it to yourself? If anything, learn self control first, and then learn all the rest of the shit, right? But fun part about poker, why I love it.
A- Absolutely. I could not agree with you more.
Well, love y'all. Hope you have a great day. I'm gonna slide out. I got a bunch of shit to do.
Yeah, you guys, I got stuff to do too. I was just looking at a note I wrote and I was like, oh shit, I need to do that. So, you guys, I think I'm just going to shut down the space.
All right.
I'm glad we had a chance to chat, y'all.
Yep.
See you guys.
Much love to all y'all. Take care.
Bye. Have a good day, everybody.